god, guys, you'll never believe it. We just turned 21. All of us collectively.
No,
Oh my
not
God.
again. Not again.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was a fun time. But
Alright.
still.
Yeah.
But still.
We're better now.
Yes. But we're 21 collectively, once again. Which means all of us are... Grimgarian is legally allowed to drink.
And so we shall.
And I think that is in every country, right?
Nope.
It's lower in a lot of them, but
Yes.
I think it's not higher.
I've been there since like.
No, I mean...
I'm not sure if it's higher anymore.
Oh
Nothing's
yeah.
higher than that.
I don't think anything's higher than 21.
I mean, unless
for
it's a dry place, then it's infinity.
Well,
Like some
Unless-
places in Alaska.
yes.
What? I thought that was dry because it was a dry cold.
No, there are certain
too.
dry villages that just don't allow alcohol.
No, that's...
Alright.
Oh,
He was making a jest.
I'm tired.
And in
It's too cold to joke. It's like,
In reference to the upcoming holiday, most of us, if not all of us, are wearing something festive.
Kind of.
Really?
Kind of.
Me?
Festive enough.
I have loved Spider-Man since before I knew what Christmas was.
That's
So
completely
I'll die on this
valid.
hill.
I have a Maccabee on the mantle.
Hooray.
And as a friendly reminder to what happened last session, we only did shopping, nothing else, nothing, no cliffhangers whatsoever.
None.
We are not in a
Yeah.
coffee shop.
Not in a coffee
Unless-
shop. No, we're always
Almost.
in a coffee shop.
The coffee shop
Mentally.
itself was a cliffhanger, though, because our orders hadn't come up yet or something.
No, you just got your orders. And then
Okay, we just got them.
Yeah.
We haven't
We had
tasted
them.
it.
Reefus
We-
isn't drinking.
Reefus
Coffee.
hasn't had anything yet.
Silver just asked like a very cliffhangery question.
No, you
Or
did.
there was like, I did.
Yeah.
Also, before I forget, and if you would love to explain the drinking rules to anyone who wants to play along at home.
We're gonna make them up as we go. Have fun.
What?
We had like
Wonderful.
a couple picked out.
Oh, yes. I got it.
Yeah, okay.
I went from nervous to, oh, this is normal, back to nervous to somewhere in between now.
This is
So-
the first I'm hearing about it.
Me too.
Yeah, I was gonna try and think of rules this week, and then the week went by. So, you know.
As it does.
I think we decided drink if the following happens. Silver is accidentally racist. Reefus mentions hats. Aeseora admits a past secret.
Sober.
CM answers a question with a helpful answer. Maltor starts a conversation.
These get more and more
Or-
like sober as they go.
Yeah,
was
this is
gonna say.
unlikely.
Well, some
That's
of
our
them-
starting point.
yeah, I think the joke for the CM one was that it's a finish your
You
drink.
finish
type
your
thing.
drink.
Oh god.
Ah,
Finish someone else's drink.
Ugh,
Oh.
From
That would be
far,
very
far away.
difficult in our current state.
Mm-hmm.
That
yeah.
attitude.
Of which we are in multiple.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Or are we?
4 and then
Well,
some
I'm
other thing.
Do-do-do-do.
not. But, you know,
Ugh.
technicalities.
Oh my gosh.
If only we were one of
Reefus,
those
if you would
in-person
love
things.
to restart us off with your question.
Mm.
Because I know you totally remember it off the top of your head.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I checked out for a second there. No, really, what did I say? I don't
It was
remember at all.
something travel related, wasn't
You
it?
asked
was.
if Maltor left the desert for Orhead
Yes.
when it passed by, or if they sought it out.
Ah.
With the disclaimer that, you know, you didn't have to give us like everything, but I'd like to know if, you know, we're gonna be attacked by big, I don't know what lives in the desert.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna get attacked by the things that are in the desert because of anything that I did. There's definitely gonna be stuff that's gonna attack you in the desert, but that's not, you know, that's just kind of the animals. But I mean, yeah, in terms of how I got to Orhead, I didn't really choose to go to Orhead. Not really, anyway, but, well, I mean, what happened, I basically I got exiled, in a way, and I felt I thought I was in danger, so I ran. I just ran for the longest time, and actually I passed out. I thought I was gonna die, and next time I woke up, Nom actually found me and decided to drag me onto Orhead. So that was a bit of a surprise. I was a bit concerned at first. I mean, I thought maybe he wanted to sell my organs or something, but he ended up, helping me find a job. And, yeah, I just kind of stayed there.
Who did you say found you? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Nom. He's a halfling. He's a friend of mine. Yeah, I mean, he's a little rough around the edges, but yeah, he's nice once you get to know him.
I just want to, like, this silence right now, I think, is what is actually happening. Because that might be the longest string of words that Maltor has ever said to us without interruption. And so, like, it's just sort of I asked a very basic, like, hey, at your comfort and everything. And I think it's like maybe our second ever, like, miniature lore dump from Maltor.
Maltor monologue, TM.
Yeah, so there's just sort of a, like, got my coffee cup.
Yeah.
Oh.
To interrupt, but you said creatures, though. Predators. Are there ways to help against that?
I mean...
A device of some sort, possibly.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's some stuff that's just kind of roaming around, just gonna, if they see you, they're gonna try and bite you. Some stuff is just hiding under rocks, so they'll, lift any rocks just willy-nilly. But there are some that are underground. I think they had something like sonic pythons that you could use to distract them, or get on rocks. Just get on something solid.
Wait, so do we get on the rocks or do we avoid the rocks?
Don't lift the rocks.
Don't lift the rocks. And if something is rumbling, get on the rocks.
You said things throw the rocks.
No, nothing throws rocks. No,
I throw rocks.
Yes,
those ones,
but the native rocks, the ones that are already there that can be housing these things.
Native rocks.
Native rocks is borderline.
We're okay. We're fine for now.
But so those sonic pitons?
Pitons.
Pitons.
I'm pretty sure it's genuinely pitons.
We looked it up. Like the Grand Teton Mountains.
Pythons. Weird.
Yeah.
So you have the sonic snakes, pitons. You would have those help?
Snake.
Do they make sonic snakes?
Yeah, the I don't have any, but I mean, we could probably get some.
Get some then.
Yeah.
Invent sonic snake.
No. But it's pretty fun. Just get those, and if there's rumbling, usually you just gotta stay away from them. Also, if you see anything that's just kind of like moving fire, don't go near it too much. They're very territorial.
Fire elementals?
Yeah, like primordials. They're not gonna go after you, but if you're on their turf, they might get a little annoyed.
When I think of that, it's not quite a genie, correct?
No.
I've never met a genie.
Neither have I, but it's a guess. Okay. Damn.
Not quite. They're just kind of
they don't have that plus
things.
side that genies do.
What? What's that? Is the genie a desert thing?
Not
I've only heard of them. I was just guessing that they might be in the desert.
I just don't know what they are.
They are
genies?
Yeah, they're wish granting spirits who will twist your wish in some way, unless you're really good at stating what your wish is, very
But
specifically.
that's just talking to you.
If,
Exactly.
for example, if we said we wish we could swim, then they would turn us into a fish instead of just giving us the ability to swim.
Oh.
You have to say that I wish I could have the ability to swim for small periods of time innately without changing my own physiology to not allow me to exist on land. And that could still get twisted too. I would want to write it down first.
Oh, good thing I can already do that.
Yes, exactly. We are jealous of that.
I don't think I would risk asking for anything from a genie.
I bet
Depends
there's
on the
something.
wish.
I feel like I'd just get fucked over, but that's me.
That's why you get it in writing.
What if you wish for something bad to happen to you?
I think they just oblige.
I feel like they just give it to you. I'm not. I
No,
feel like
that
it's
goes
supposed
off
to be
the whole
roundabout.
shtick.
I feel like it has to be roundabout. Like if you want to say, "I wish to get hit in the face," you'll get hit in the face like 10 years from that point, or something weird like that.
Oh, at that point, then how do you know it's even part of the wish?
It's the genie himself just punching you in the face. I'm guessing.
I feel like this is the most important conversation we can be having right now.
Indeed, very much so. But also, we should be procuring some. I can probably get us some deal on either clothing, some more loose clothing. The hats and goggles are nice, but we need the clothing. We need some extra water rations, not water skins and rations. But I believe I can get a bulk deal on something like that, somewhere around like 3 gold apiece, if we wish to kind of throw our funds together, give or take.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Also, I want to send a letter before I go because I remembered things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or rather, I want to tell my friend that I hit my head and to see what he fills in the blanks with.
Blink, blink.
What?
What?
It's an idea because my friend of this world may not be the same as the friend of the last world, but he may have insight into what I, of this world, has done. So if I send him a
hit
letter
your head
saying,
like forgot things.
"Indeed,"
Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
Not clear.
oh yeah,
I thought we were still in the genie punching you thing.
I could. That
It was
could be
just a
fun
very
story.
specific example. That may have happened.
It may have
You've
happened.
never been the same since that genie punched you in the face.
Oh no! There's no one hunting me in this world now.
So wait a minute. If this is still like somewhat opposite, if you were exiled, this increases the chance of you actually being a prince theory.
No.
I'm not ruling that out. I'm just saying.
Were you exiled from a certain group or area or the entire desert?
Just a group.
Is that group centralized within? I have to look up the name again. Kahatar?
Cathar, no, they're not.
Cathar,
they're not,
yes.
No.
No.
Just-
Okay.
It's not. It shouldn't be a thing for any of you. Or
Well-
like any.
I mean, Maltor, if it concerns you, it's a thing for us. Rephrase that. If it puts you in danger, like it's a thing for us. I mean, we don't just not care about that.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be mortal or anything like that.
Well,
So
I
it's
mean,
fine.
it will be fine. They'll be so happy to see their prince return home to them.
Is
No.
there like a uniform we should look out for then? Like, is this a roaming band of something or other?
It's just for. Don't worry about it, okay?
Should we look out for red or blue or purple? Like, is this a clothing thing?
Is there
Do they have-
anything good in the desert?
I feel
Anything at
like
all.
The
It's-
red or blue or before the clothing
Yep.
thing.
Time to drink.
What? No.
I think so.
It's adjacent. I'm just thirsty too.
I get to enjoy the finer notes of
Okay.
this tranquility mead.
All right, fine.
Sponges.
Just if the Rayburn caravan comes by, that's the only thing we need to kind of worry about.
I never did travel with the caravans, interestingly enough. I mostly stuck to the cities. How widespread are these caravans?
They just kind of go from settlement to settlement. That's about it, you know. There's not a lot of traffic just roaming the desert, so you just kind of go from one place to the other.
Do they
Okay.
have schedules or anything?
Not strictly, no.
Like a train map.
I feel like we could. Yeah, someone knowledgeable might know the major travel lanes, like down in the dunes or in the valleys or something like that. We could maybe ask the locals once we get there, or whoever we travel with.
Yeah,
'Cause I assume we wanna hitch a
probably
ride.
will have to, because I haven't been there in like 5 years.
The desert can't change that much in 5 years, right?
Does that include going back? Has it been 5 years or has it been like 7 months?
What?
The
Well,
whole
if we've
time
gone
thing.
back in time.
Went back about 2 months,
2 months, okay.
maybe 3, but I think it was 2.
So it may be only 4 years and 10 months in this world.
Hmm.
Maybe.
How do we know months work the same in this world?
I have no idea.
I think we
Are-
checked the calendar.
Are we the same distance from the sun?
I don't know. I don't.
What's
Yeah.
the sun?
What's our
don't feel any
knowledge?
warmer.
Do we think this is a heliocentric world, or is the common knowledge that we think this is the center of the world?
It's
We
Kurt.
think we should move forward.
Kurt, I just need you to like turn your filter to like a photo negative and then just explain all the lore of this version of the world and then come back.
Well, you see, there is actually a folder that all of you are shared to that has the lore.
It does.
Indeed. I don't know if
But
it's
how do I know if it's real in this one?
Read it backwards.
Who's to
talk
say
about
that
months?
I haven't updated?
Ooh. Yeah,
But yeah,
check
we-
it.
The answer is I
Later.
haven't, but it's still accurate.
Oh,
On that
okay.
note,
I've read it though. I don't remember the months.
I don't remember I don't remember if we thought the sun was the center of our universe or not.
Because I didn't
So we
cover
would-
that. Because
Just a 60-page
it's
thesis.
a heliocentric universe.
Okay. Now, who was the one who proposed that theory? No.
Oh my god.
Aeseora has left.
I actually proposed that theory.
Ah. and
Similar to
mocked
this
viciously.
theory, I think we decided to go to the castle and then the bar.
I don't remember the bar
Okay.
being included, but the castle, yes, to get the book, because that's gonna be a quick in and out. Obviously,
Yes.
no distractions.
Totally. Yep. That's why I'm not leading that expedition.
How did we get into the castle the first time? Did we just walk up and say, "Hey, we dealt with a portal"?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't we feel like compelled?
Also, yes. Reefus would
we feel
not
compelled?
really go elsewhere.
I don't know if Reefus was just tired or compelled.
Both.
I thought it was compelled at the time. I thought it was a
It is a-
mystical, magical thing.
DM used that
Why did-
phrasing multiple times.
Why does he talk about me like I'm not here?
No, it's speaking to the group as a whole.
In
Right.
character voice.
All right.
Yeah, last time we straight up just like walked in there and were like, hey, we did the thing, and they were like, oh shit, you did the thing, you're important, and that was the thing.
Worked once, has to work again.
We did close the portal again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're kind of at the same point.
Yes.
But stronger.
May as well try.
Yep.
Read.
Probably.
I guess we'll try and find the same path we took, or wherever looks
Gonna
like it
finish
goes
my
that way.
coffee.
It is the same path. The city landscape has not changed, so there is still
Okay.
just like basically a big old trail leading up to the castle.
Wasn't there like a big dragon statue or something? Is that the same?
Dragon statue. No, the
That
dragon
was
statue
outside of the guild, right?
Yes, so the guild
Okay.
slash bar tavern, because it is like a hybrid building, has a dragon that wraps around it, and then the throne on which Supera sits is also like dragon themed.
That's
and the
right.
Same.
And so is that guy's armor.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let's
To
go.
the castle.
Let me go back to Dimension 1 notes to make sure I have some
Yeah.
reminders.
Switch notebooks to see what the fuck we did last time.
Actually, I think session 1 we were still on the island and we
Nope.
had
Oh,
finished
yeah.
the fight.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
it was
no.
I think
3
this
or
was-
4.
I think it was like 6.
3 was our
Yeah.
shopping.
Yeah, 3 was shopping. 4 is it was 4.
4 is
Yeah,
when
because
it
on-
started. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
late
spent,
3, early 4.
Yeah, we spent a probably good 2 to 3 in the castle.
Right, because the second
near
half of 4
the-
was the whole training thing.
Yeah, near the end of session 3, I wrote down Rick and Witherhorn, racist? Question mark. And then near the beginning of session 4, Witherhorn, pardon me, my handwriting's not great. And then near the beginning of session 4, it says Rickon definitely a racist.
I don't even remember like what that was.
I have half a
It
page
was a
written
comment
about what
against me.
Supera said to us. So
He's actually he behaved more like a classist, but yeah.
Yeah. Rickon was definitely just a random comment I do not remember at this point. in
I
time.
wrote his name down. I wrote closed portal alone, lots of demons, quote unquote, basically unstoppable in a 1v1. His words, at least as old as year 300, even though he looks 30. And then he also said, if you see someone in red about 5'5", tell them to get back to work.
And don't think we ever did.
We did. It was Aloe. We saw
did.
them at dinner.
Oh, Aloe.
Oh, right.
Alev,
I
sorry.
was about to say no. Aloe's somebody very different.
I wrote, we don't trust this dick next to Ruin, but then I think I changed it later.
was cool.
All right. Well,
Tired
let's-
but cool.
Shall we?
Oh yeah, this conversation's happening like as we're walking.
Yeah.
In
Oh, yeah.
character. It's like,
Comparing notes.
How
Yeah,
close
for some
can we
reason
get
I
to
wrote
the
down that
castle
he's a
before
racist.
we are stopped?
You can get to like the entrance gates before you're stopped.
All right. Unless someone stops me, I'm going.
Well, the gate is
We
closed
go.
and there are 2 guards.
Fuck.
Bonus
The
points.
Red Dragonborn!
Oh,
Yeah. Bonus points.
We're on screen. Sorry. Bonus point for what?
bonus points.
You get the bonus points for.
Oh, I
oh,
do?
okay.
Hey,
Whomst?
I thought you were gonna ask their names.
I mean, I don't
I
think
thought
They
so
didn't have a name!
didn't
They
have
did
that.
not.
Okay, I just have 2 names written off here to the corner, and I'm trying to remember what they were for.
That Trey was quote unquote guard number 3 looking guy in session 4
He likes us.
or something.
Oh, yeah, Trey!
Yeah, you know the guy who talked like this, who was just done with everything.
Yeah, dude, bro, Trey.
Seems pretty done with everything. It's in my notes.
Perfect. Okay.
All right, red and brown's Dragonborn.
Yep. All right. And as you get close once again, they like do the spear thing where like it crosses.
Oh, hi.
Like, do you have business here?
we solved a problem, a portal problem, one could say, and we wish to report these findings to everyone inside to make sure that they know that the portal on island. What was the island again?
Starts with a Velky?
Velky.
Velky.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Velky.
Bonus point.
Yes, Velky's portal was dealt with, and that we wish to report those findings to everyone inside.
What are bonus points?
The bonus, you'll find out.
Desirable.
They're desirable. You'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confused.
You'll find out what they are.
I have 2 bonus points. I don't know what they are.
Right,
You're not just taking stacking inspiration like I do now.
I
right.
mean,
Just
yeah.
And you didn't report this to the guild at all.
We did.
Define report, please.
Dictate your findings in a regular form and or clear, concise delivery of information to make sure that the information is spread amongst the people whom it needs to be reported or spread
And-
amongst.
We
What a
also
great
put Trey face
definition.
to them.
Congratulations.
I mean, yeah, we definitely did that.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you a writer?
No, I'm a guard.
You really should be.
2 things.
Yeah, 2 things can be true.
Mhm.
You really should be. You're very loquacious.
And I don't know what that word means.
You use big words.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think it's similar root word as eloquent.
Okay.
I should have made that connection, but I never did.
I took
Yeah,
2 years of high
makes-
school Latin and it's changed my brain.
Ah.
It makes sense now that you've.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the guild
But
sent
still-
you this way.
Yes,
Oh,
they
thank you very
did.
much.
Roll deception.
Yes,
Sean.
they very much did.
Roll deception, Sylvyre.
Yes, indeed.
Can I help?
Sure.
Okay.
You get advantage on that.
It didn't help.
If it makes you feel better, I rolled a 1.
I got a dirty 20 because I only got a 9 on the die.
So do we drink for 1s and 20s on the die?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, but Kurt rolls.
Oh, I could go either way.
Well, if it's anything to go by, because one was 9, the other was 8, I'm just gonna be flat middle of the board tonight.
All right. Sounds fair enough. If they sent you up here, I'm sure you know who to talk to then.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Is that who we should talk to, or who would you talk to?
We also need to find our way.
Right. Well, he can usually be found in his study. Go down the hall to the left, or through the entrance hall to the left. Go down that hall. It's like the third door on the left.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
And if he's not there, he's probably in the kitchen making coffee.
Good man. We should have brought some.
You should have.
We have a bag.
Didn't we?
We have bagels.
We have
we
a
have
bag.
bagels.
We have
Coffee
a bag
too.
of brewing.
We could have. Yes. What wonderful things. What are we going to put in it to make the coffee?
We'll find out
I
eventually.
think.
Okay.
Let's go in and see what they have.
Indeed.
And they uncross the spears and open the door, or open the gates. It's one of the like swinging ones. And
Nice.
and as you remember, there's a short like 3-ish minute walk leading up. On both sides is rows of gardens and shrubbery that is shaped like dragons and stuff.
Cool.
During that walk, I definitely need to. All right, everyone, remind me again so I don't cross out or don't mix up the lies and whatnot. So we're talking to Ruin, and we were sent by the guild, and I think it's probably Ruin, unless someone else is.
Yeah, no, it's
Unless
definitely.
switcheroos
People
happen.
were swapped before. We'll
Indeed.
play it by ear.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, but basically, we want that book, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Just,
Where-
if we get library access, then that's great.
All right, easy enough to do.
Right.
Did all
we
of you already
closed
go
the
through that
portal.
library?
How about you reward us with information?
How about I what with information?
So we say we close the portal and then we request information as the reward.
Ah, yes, easy enough to do. So yes, let's admire the topiary as we conspire, and then get into the library or study. A study where maybe Ruin is. We don't know.
Right. And as you, sorry, were you gonna say something, Jacob?
Oh no, we don't know. I was just doing a very mystifying
Oh,
screen
okay.
effect.
Sorry, it looked like you were like, oh, never mind. So as you enter the castle once more, it feels very familiar, and you are once again greeted by a taller man, appears to be in his 30s with black hair, wearing armor and carrying a spear. And he shoots the lot of you an inquisitive look.
Things. Hello. We've been sent to the study because we need to report the findings that we found that we have reported to the guild. But then we're also bringing here in that is destroy the right term?
We
Closed.
closed it.
Closed.
the portal.
We closed Velky's portal,
Right,
and what
well,
things we found there.
I'm sure you know the way then.
And we were told, yes. We're just making sure it was the
Study
third.
down the hallway, third door to the left. Correct?
It was the
Yeah.
or was
You
it
got
the
it.
right? Okay, it was left.
Did what?
Maybe don't let
I
him
wrote it
lead.
down.
I apologize. I'm wonderful with words, but directions just elude me sometimes. A lot of the time, far too many.
Cool. I guess,
Thank you,
Does he look
kind knight.
different?
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that draconic spear?
that's Rickon, yeah?
It is Rickon, yep.
Mm-hmm. Can I do an insight check to see like if the vibes are the same?
Sure.
Vibe check.
Ooh,
Vibe
me
check.
too.
For spirit.
Check.
Roll spirit.
Check.
I
Are
would
you sure
also
it's
like
spirit?
to
Because-
know.
Oh no, I wasn't expecting that to be good. Now I have to look and see what this. 23.
Also 23.
You know that the vibes are slightly different than when you met him the first time. There's
Do we know
Okay.
how?
you feel a slight sense of familiarity with Rickon as opposed to last time.
Like we've met him before here?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Or like he recognizes us.
We'll go with that too.
Yeah.
Either he's a universal constant, or our other selves have been here before.
Would you say he recognizes us?
He recognizes you. Yes.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, be glad you don't drink on every bad pun. We wouldn't make it
Puns
a break.
work.
Does he watch us as we walk away?
He does. And
Like the whole time?
it's more of just like he doesn't move. Like his right shoulder is to you guys like the entire time. And as you like walk past him, he kind of like turns a little bit.
What magic items does he have?
The spear, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
He has the helmet. He has a cloak that you would recognize as a cloak of billowing.
Nice.
I don't know what you expect of me.
Fantastic.
The cloak of billowing.
The cloak of billowing.
That's yeah.
And he has enchanted greaves as well. Or rather, I guess they're technically more enchanted sabatons, but you know.
I don't know what
Cool.
either of those words mean.
Greaves are armored shoes. Sabatons are the top part.
Okay. Interesting.
Two very good words.
Armor! Alright, and so as you continue to walk past, he just puts a hand on Maltor's shoulder, like stopping him for a second. Just squints his eyes just a touch before taking his hand back and goes, "Sorry." Before walking off and letting you go on your way.
I told you. Racist.
Or is that the opposite of racism?
I don't think. Maybe.
Did he apologize?
It seemed like he recognized us. Or we recognized him, but not.
So either we've, but not us, have been here before, which should be easy to find out, or he has vision across worlds.
I don't think he would have had that kind of reaction if we had just walked in a couple of days ago.
I
He
mean,
said we should know the way,
If
but we were also
someone is
told at the gate.
over 700 years old, maybe they have a good poker face.
Maybe
Nah.
the time is cyclical.
I will say in Rickon's head, do you recognize us?
He's just going to give you no response.
no thoughts, head empty.
Mind
I
like a
will-
steel trap, that one.
When I know he can hear me. I will say again in Rickon's head, shame we came here for information. We thought you would be more helpful.
Don't think he's one you want to chastise, but whatever.
We don't know this.
I know we don't.
In your head, you just hear, in a shockingly loud voice, "Don't mess up this time."
That's the goal.
And there's no response.
Okay.
It's the most helpful advice. Don't fuck up.
I was gonna say I didn't mess up personally last time. I won, and that's all that matters.
The good old cheerleading advice of just hit it.
Run faster. Yeah.
So he never takes his eyes off of us?
Nope.
Oh well.
And you can feel his eyes like on you all until you basically round the corner and get out of sight before you hear his grease clinking along the floor. In the hall, you see probably too many maids and butlers like running around, like bringing like pots of coffee places. Some of them are carrying like piles of books that look like way too big for one person to reasonably carry at one time. It's one of those ones that's like it's like up here above your head.
I get it. Most things are.
And they're tipping ever so slightly as they move.
Going with the balance. Okay,
What
third.
is going on?
If they misbalance, I'll casually
yeah.
invisible mage hand, try and poke it to be a little to straighten up again. You know, just help them out as we pass.
Fix the Jenga.
Yeah, fix the Jenga without actually having to lift a finger.
Does this seem like unusual busy or classic day busy?
Busier than usual, but not like, oh my god.
Just a little bit. Do we?
Yeah.
Is it because of the refugees like it was last time?
Mm-hmm.
This is just a day in the maritime household, right?
Yeah, just a day in the
Okay,
maritime
cool.
household.
Follow the coffee.
Ah, yes. Good idea.
Oh, I thought we were going for the study first.
Well, we follow the coffee, we find the ruin.
Fair enough. Follow the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And as you follow the butler that's holding the coffee, by the way, it's in one of those very ornate like silver pots. And it's like shaped like a dragon, and so the handle that you hold is actually like the dragon going like this with its hands, and then the little the spout is the tail.
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's just hope we're not making him nervous by following.
Roll.
Never crossed my mind.
Acts like we're part of the craziness and we're good.
Oh yeah.
As you approach the office, thank God you're finally here with coffee. I told you for the 1000th time, we don't have the budget for this. We don't have the budget for this. Why do we keep accepting all of these refugees? We don't have the budget for this. You really need to find someone to deal with this.
Negative ruin.
Did I hear financial problems?
Yes, are you finally the person we paid to show 4 days ago? You're late. I'm docking this
but
from
I
your
might-
pay.
What? No, I will happily accept his pay if I can help assist with this issue. But we were not sent here for that. But I do have an affinity for money. But
If you're not
No.
here to help out, then why the fuck are you here?
Because we did
because
help out,
Yes.
actually. We closed the
roundabout
portal.
way.
You know,
Yes.
saving the citizens and all that. Little bit.
possibly letting them return back to their homes
Hmm.
on
Could
Velki.
have used this news several days ago.
Unfortunately, we just did it yesterday.
Well, I
Shame.
think it was technically like 2 weeks ago. It takes some time to travel here. Was it a week?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been.
Unfortunately,
takes
we
like a
just got
week.
here yesterday.
We got here as fast
Shame.
as we could.
Shame indeed. Yes, but at least this will help you out.
He sets down his cup of coffee. I'm listening.
Well, this is already helping out in that we are freeing up the island for some refugees to return home. But also, we are a capable group that can possibly get rid of many portals and the like. Eventually, we'll be getting to them as soon as we can. But for now, we're trying to do some research into those portals and possibly using the study and the request the library or access to the library to do so.
Fortunately, it won't cost you anything, so you don't have to worry about that budget.
Indeed.
Right, just make sure you don't fuck anything up in there.
Usually try to with expensive things.
We usually try not to, you mean, yes.
Try to not fuck up was yes.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, just point us away. But also, like I said, I'm curious. How I could possibly help out with this financial issues. What's, if you don't mind me looking at the budget?
Slams the paper on the table, twists it, pushes it towards you.
All right, everyone else, go to the library if you wish. I want to stay here and look at money.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Going away from that.
I will stay with Sylvyre.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed me or not, but just everybody else walks off and I just stand there. Like,
Yeah, Sylvyre, do you notice him?
Maybe, depending on, he's going to be looking at the
No, there's-
spreadsheet.
depending on if he's useful to you.
There's at least 7 digits of numbers in front of him. He doesn't.
I'll drink to that.
Just being around Sylvyre increases my stealth by 5.
Indeed.
Only when money is involved.
Hey, well, no, sometimes the best stealth is just not being the most obvious person in the room, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I
That's why we
never,
travel with you.
I am never the most obvious person in the room. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just like how when you're running away from something, you don't have to be the fastest. You just don't have to be the slowest.
It's like in
Indeed.
Virginia when you're speeding, you just have to be the second fastest.
Or any state.
Cool.
But yes.
All right, Sylvyre,
Virginia
have fun
specifically
rolling
is bad.
a ton of intelligence checks.
All right, I have a vague knowledge of that. But also...
Intelligence?
I got a +2 in it. I got 15.
A vague knowledge of intelligence.
Well, yeah, no, Sylvyre is kind of flat. He's good in a decent amount of things, just not con or strength.
Because it specifically pertains to money, I'll let you add proficiency.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about me trying to follow along?
Roll
Without
intelligence
interrupting.
at disadvantage.
Okay, that tracks.
With monetary budgeting, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
Fun.
true.
Reefus
But hey, if
gonna
you
learn.
if you make your voice known, Sylvyre will, instead of being stuck in his head going, yes, yes, he can probably start going like, okay, so
I spent longer than I care to admit creating this character and like everything about them and their belief system and like how they view certain situations. And nobody on Kurt's green earth would ever step in a conversation when Sylvyre's talking about money.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
fair.
I'm not going to sit there and tell Leonardo da Vinci how to build something. I'm going to
Yeah,
let
but-
Sylvyre talk money.
If Leonardo needs a wall to throw paint at, you're there for him.
Oh yeah.
true. Well, alrighty then.
I got a
Always.
14.
Nice.
That was at
Nice.
disadvantage.
Good shit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is good because I only got a 15.
Sylvyre.
I rolled a.
I
rolled
pay
a 10.
attention.
Or was it a? I was gonna say, where's proficiency again?
Proficiency +3.
It's +3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's up
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So I got a 15. I got 10 on the die. I'm being middling today.
Why?
Of all the
Because.
dips.
Yes.
But I see what you mean by moving this part of the budget here, but that doesn't change the fact that so much of this budget is going towards food and construction in regards to the
taxes.
refugees. You can't just say taxes to everything. There
Look,
is an economy that has to be run here, and if you tax it too hard, it's just going to
We're not-
collapse.
We're just taxing certain sectors of it harder than others. Look, we know that certain people benefit a lot more from the wealth that they sit on. What if there was some sort of tax for people who sit on that wealth?
You can't. You can do that. Yeah. You can do that.
It's not
However,
Sylvyre being
a lot
racist.
of-
I'm
no.
just drinking to that legitimately.
Mhm.
Oh yes.
However, the
It would
issue
be
is that
difficult.
it's primarily the churches that are exempt from.
That is
And
a
we
difficult
fade
one.
to black.
Now
it's my
controversy.
Fastest fade to black I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Roll one more.
Alright.
intelligence.
Silver's trying to combat the black. No, I want to.
Roll another intelligence. Though. Let's see if you solve
And with
these.
that
Okay.
phrasing, I'll drink too.
Dang it. Okay, that's 11 on the die, so that makes a 16.
Come on.
17
kidding.
with disadvantage.
What?
Reefus is doing better than you.
Well, Reefus probably is stuck in his ways of whatever Sylvyre has and thought of in the economic scale of a city, and Reefus just has a simple but probably elegant solution to something.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like I'm a
I'm sorry,
working
I'm
class
sorry.
person, so it just makes sense to do this.
Please
Yeah.
tell me, sitting in South Carolina, how I'm stuck in my ways and simple.
It's okay.
No,
we'll
no,
bring
no.
you back to
You
Felicity.
were
I'm gonna
Anyways.
open my second beer now, Sean.
That's Reefus,
Double
who has.
An intelligence modifier
Respect.
plus 0, yes.
Just
But
kicking
again,
your ass.
Anyways, as you walk into the library, you find
Yep.
scales upon scales of books, rows upon rows. Once again, it is a little overwhelming with just how much information is present in this one spot.
I'm whelmed, and I'm
are.
happy about it. Okay, I go to the place where we found the book last time.
I'm sure.
Just falling.
Also, detect magic because I know the book is magical. I don't know I don't know how many magical books there are in the library,
The
but I'm
entire
looking.
library is lit up with basically the alarm spell.
Okay. Since with detect magic you can see the difference in aura between schools of magic, I would guess that I would be able to pick out specific books from that.
Once again, the entire library is pretty much armed to the T with something akin to the alarm spell.
Right.
So whatever
also-
whatever that school of magic is.
Enchantment?
I believe alarm is enchantment.
Abjuration.
No.
Oh,
kidding.
underrated.
Okay. Oops.
Interesting.
Agreed.
I had to look it up.
In D&D, when you're playing a sports game, they don't chant defense; they chant abjuration.
Oh boy.
But this is mostly like practical information versus like this is spell casting information.
Mhm.
And so it's more of like if this is taken out without like express permission, something is probably going to happen.
Right. That's fine. I'm just looking for the specific book and was hoping that sniffing for types of magic would help.
That's fair. You know what? Bonus points if you remember what the book looked like.
Please hold while I go through my other
Holding.
notebook.
Maltor, what are you doing?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, Maltor.
I'm honestly just following Aeseora around, kind of looking around, because I think I held that book once.
Maybe once, yeah.
I did ask you to try and unlock it.
Yep, and I failed. So
Do you
It
remember the
is
lock specifically?
Old
Then?
and it is metal and it has a lock on it.
There you go.
oh, actually, I'm gonna pull out the key,
Yes.
and I don't know. I'm slightly holding it up.
Right.
I can
You're basically
absentmindedly take it if you're handing it in my direction. Yeah, I'll
It'd be
take
like-
the key.
Yeah, like the orc sword. You'll start glowing blue.
Yeah, I did kind of take it out to see if it would react, but if you like look over and are you like looking over and be like,
I mean, if you're like holding it out, I would probably think you're handing it to me.
all right, does it do anything or is it just
you're
like...
basically playing hot and cold with the key.
Okay.
Can I actually feel it?
If it's working.
That's working.
It's the magical
wait.
stud
Oh
finder.
shit. Okay, so then I'll follow you.
Yeah. Wait, I think this is. I think I can. Wait, do you know where the book is? I think it's over this way.
I will walk in that direction.
Roll investigation.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
Cool.
Given that it's with the key as well, that's basically playing hot and cold, I'll let you either roll advantage or +5.
Statistically, those are the same thing.
Statistically, the +5 is better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I remember advantage was. I mean, we
Just
could roll
yeah.
higher.
Advantage is statistically like +2.5 to +4.
Really? Huh.
Well, considering what I've already rolled, I'm gonna roll with advantage if that's all right with everybody.
It's your choice.
Guidance.
Huh?
Add a d4.
Okay.
I'm giving you magic. Want to find this book?
Okay.
Oh, it's magic.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go.
I was thinking mystery skulls, but okay.
That is a 17.
Alrighty. you're basically playing hot and cold with this book, and you find a red bound cover with metal. What are they called? Like they're
A fastener.
like, yeah, like metal fasteners, corner protectors, and just once again the big lock that is on the front of the book. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna be like, was it this one?
Do I have the old one? I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah,
it was just blank.
You
it's
have
in my
the
bag,
old
right?
one, yeah.
I pull it out.
It does not look the same.
Yeah, because mine's not red.
Mm-mm.
Well, if you would
But
open it
that's
and look
the one
through it.
that the key is pulling it towards.
Mhm.
It doesn't look the same, but we trust the magic more than the visual, since we have changed places, so to speak.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. If somebody might have just bound it with something else, and I'm going to reach for the book to like start picking it out of the.
Does it have any other magic auras before they touch it?
So far, it looks like just abjuration.
Okay, so I don't think it will hurt them if they touch it or whatever. Right, same kind of deal as the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So, guess I'm pulling. Okay, pull the book out. All right.
It's
One-
weighty once again.
All right.
And as you,
Do you want?
not to interrupt, I'm going to do a little bit more
Yeah, no,
description.
by all means.
Yeah. And as you like look at it and inspect it compared to like the other one, it's in technically worse condition. Like the edges of the page look more like ruffled and worn. There's a couple like little cuts or tears in it. You can see that there's like visually stains from something. I don't know.
There's what from something?
Stains. Like it's hard to tell if it's
Stains with an S.
yeah. Stain. Yeah.
Oh, I just couldn't hear the beginning. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
It's hard to tell if it's just like from age, from where, if it's like something was spilled on it, etc.
Weird. Well, I guess. Do we want to try and open it?
Can as I did the last time, can I roll Arcana to see if something will happen if we open it incorrectly?
Yes.
Okay.
But she'll roll better this time.
That's the hope. My Arcana's only +1, so
Which is strange. I feel like you would have a higher arcana.
it's intelligence and it's not one of my trained skills, so it's only a 1.
They're busy sniffing out bullshit.
Yeah, but I did get a 16.
Okay. You could reasonably tell that it's the same type of enchantment as was on the one that you have in your hands.
Okay.
So
cool.
if you were to break it open incorrectly, it would probably...
It would just go blank the same way.
Oh shit, I actually need to pull out my notes for this one.
Okay. I'm gonna wait until they put their headphones back on because I have a weird question.
Enchantment. Enchantment.
You can't not say enchantment without thinking of
And,
Dragon
like,
Age.
Especially because of my fucking character voice, it's just every time. I
Enchantment.
suffer. Enchantment. That's how I have to say it in character voice. It's an enchantment.
Oh, he's a simple lad, but he does have a gift with enchantments.
Okay, I have my notes up. Sorry.
Okay. So, since my telepathy lasts for up to an hour within, I think, at least a mile, if not farther, I'm going to ask Rickon, by any chance, do you know about a locked book in the library?
Never read it. Sorry, never read it.
Do you know what it's about?
No, I've never read it.
Right. Speaking with others in rumors and information are also sort of a thing. Regardless, it seems important. We have a key that seems to call to it. Is that enough to not fuck it up this time around, as you say?
One can hope.
Thank you. And I will nod to Maltor's question of, should I do the thing?
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna try and unlock it.
Right. So as you stick the key in and you turn it, you get a little bit of resistance. And do you continue to twist it?
I'm getting a little resistance from the key.
Does it... Weird vibes question. Can I tell, does the resistance feel magical?
You can see a touch of red and purple.
Huh. I don't remember what schools those are are supposed to mean, or does that just mean that's like the
If
flavor of it?
it involves schools, I will tell you the schools because I don't know what the
Okay.
colors are off the top of my head.
Right. I couldn't remember either. We need to make a chart. But yeah, okay. So it's just like the flavor magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Savor the flavor.
It doesn't seem negative. It just is.
So... Go for it.
We think keep
And-
trying.
As a short little quick cut, Reefus, you feel the need
The need for speed.
for speed.
Sonic Snake.
Gotta go fast.
And then we cut back. Reefus, what are you doing? Are you staying there or are you running?
Wait, was it really the need for speed?
Need for speed. I wasn't joking. Need for speed.
Sumis?
Man,
Huh.
Underground too. It's
Gotta run.
Dum, dum, dum.
Good game.
I'll try and resist it.
Okay.
Is that a check or anything, or
Not yet.
Okay. So as we cut back, Maltor, you're continuing to turn the key.
Yep.
You get it more and more and more. And Aeseora, you see the red and purple glow brighter and brighter. And Reefus, you feel the need for speed more and more, but you're continuing to resist it. And you hear click. And the key just kind of falls apart into the lock. And it slowly undoes the lock itself. Your hands burn, specifically on your marks.
wait, when you
Can
say
I-
you,
I
you
like
mean
how...
Yeah, who are you
No.
speaking to?
Both.
2 out of 3 ain't?
2 out of 3 and bad.
Do I see it?
You see it not with or without the need for detect magic.
Oh.
How bad is the burn? Like, do I drop the book?
You
Like,
know what? Roll
reactionary?
Constitution.
Like, okay. Okay, it's a natural one.
You drop the book.
Hey.
Drink.
Hey, yep.
Ka-clang.
Where did I?
Yeah, I'm
Drop
opening the
the
second beer.
Mm,
Can
I
I
did not
catch
have
it?
my money on Francesca being the reason for that.
Great.
You can roll a dex save dex check to catch it.
I
I knocked
dex
over my
check?
water.
oh, like,
Oh, no.
me or...
No, I want to catch the book.
Oh, you are... Okay. I thought I was...
I'm not gonna catch you. You hit the ground.
That's out of the thing.
Maybe you could quickly summon your other half to catch it.
That'd be funny as shit. Ishra. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You catch the book. And to you, it feels just like a normal book. In terms
Does
of...
the burning stop when they drop it?
Yes. Maltor's burning stops. Reefus, you still feel the need for speed.
Like, so when you say the need for speed, are we talking Tom Cruise, like, I gotta go save, I gotta go be a badass, or are we talking like Vin Diesel family?
Vin Diesel family.
Okay, so I need to,
I should go.
can I, no, if it's Vin Diesel, then I'm standing on a box to look 4 inches taller than I really am.
As you lean over a table, look towards everyone in the room and just say, family.
Vin Diesel's a D&D guy. Come play with us, Vin.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay, so can I stay there long enough, basically, for the effects of one more intelligence roll?
Absolutely.
To try and kick Silver's ass for a third time.
Oh,
Actually,
come on.
it's more of a personal thing. I'm like, I rarely have intelligence successes.
Haha.
So I mean, in
22.
general, and with this character, but a 19 and a 2.
I just barely beat you out.
I'm without saying anything. I'm just gonna put my notes from the first 2 rolls on in Silver's hands or book or whatever he's holding. With just like reminders, like, hey, you said this at this time, like, and like little references to Silver's own teachings here. And then we're gonna gotta go fast. Like, basically towards wherever that I'm doing the hot and cold thing. If it feels worse this way, I'm gonna turn around and go that way.
Yep.
Let's see if I have it. My spells have changed so many times. I don't remember what I have and what I don't.
I'm not at all sorry.
Good.
I was tempted to be like, oh man, if that's a violent need for speed, I could always cast sleep on him. Just, oh man, Reefus is acting up. I think
Like you'd stop paying attention to the money.
Don't worry, this
True.
happens every so often. Sleep.
the perfect way to control your child.
Gotta go fast.
Perfect.
Because when I thought you were saying need for speed, I thought this was like an impatient child waiting for their mom to stop talking to whoever they're talking to in the grocery store, who's talking for way too long and said they leave 5 minutes ago. It's been 30.
Now, Reefus has like 13 siblings.
I was picturing like ferret or otter when they're just like going ham, just
Zoomies.
running around.
Yeah.
Do we drink for Francesca being racist?
Woo!
Sean agreed, so we can say yes.
Damn it.
Man, persecution just wears on a guy.
Those of you in the future,
he said,
do a little,
privileged.
like, tally mark over the course of the campaign.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
Oh no.
Trying
Don't.
to kill us.
Don't do it.
that'll be the
It's okay.
background of Silver's t-shirt that says taxes. It's just a bunch of tally marks that go all the way across. Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm just booking it, and I know I'm faster than the average bear and most otters.
Rip Billy.
Don't laugh at that. It's,
Billy.
don't encourage.
Rip
Ooh.
Billy.
Damn it.
I can laugh. I killed him.
Let's see.
In a fucked up way, so did I.
That remind me to tell you guys a story on break, because I don't want to get sidetracked. So my walk speed is only 30 now.
Oh, so you're normal speed.
I am, but I can still, belly slide. So my belly sliding in this is basically Need for Speed Underground 2 drifting the corners. So like as full speed as I turn a corner, it's just back up on the feet.
This is just like me wearing Heelys to a movie theater.
It's true. I can
It's just
validate
like you
this.
wearing Heelys in the jungle.
It's just like you wearing Heelys.
They're over there.
Well, also, it's a tile floor. I have to imagine there's that little bit of the claws on the tile.
Mhm.
Attack. Trying to get a little traction.
It's the sound I always make when Reefus is skittering, except it's actually audible now.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yep.
Perfect.
There's
Am
no
I like
screech.
aware, not unaware, but usually when I'm doing things like this, I'm going like hap hap hey up hey up, or am I driving the ship right now, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll just do my best to, I've still got a little bit of ranger left in me. I can do my best to
do?
kind of track the trail. No, not at all. But
Spirit.
narratively speaking, yeah. just kind of track the trail as best as I can.
You can take the boy out of the ranger, but not the ranger out of the boy.
It's genetic.
Classes are genetic?
My father was a ranger, and his father was a ranger.
I don't know. Tell me your parents' classes. I know them from work.
I was gonna.
My father's father.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
My father's father, Altruicious Maritime, was actually one of the first settlers of our region of Orhead. He wasn't like a great fighter or everything. He was a I keep saying alchemist. It's not artificer. I wrote that 6 months ago, and I've been waiting to say it.
Very nice.
Wonderful.
You're saying to yourself as you're skittering the hallway.
Nailed it.
Now to do this in a real speech.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know.
So Aeseora, you've picked up the book, and it just feels as if to be a normal tome at present. The magic which you felt, and not felt, which you saw, appears to, for the most part, be gone. Everything in these pages seems to have just a thin veil of red and purple.
Okay.
Maltor, you
Table
look
of
like you wish to see
contents?
something.
Yeah, I'm just like that. It's not burning you?
We don't have those. And I'll point at the marks on your hands.
Huh.
Not sure
Maybe
if
it
it's
doesn't like-
related, but it's the only difference we can find at the moment.
Maybe it doesn't like gods?
We're a cleric, but we don't follow a specific god. So, possibly? Theory. Table of contents in the meantime.
You open the first page, and it is a blank page. You open
Again.
the second page, and you see travel log of Andras Mordeaux. And I will type that in general chat so you have spelling.
I know it already.
And it's a travel log, and that means I'm absolutely reading it in Captain Kirk's voice.
Travel log. Andras Mordeaux.
I heard that name, and I don't remember how many episodes ago. Fuck. I
Star
have to go through
Fox?
so many notes.
Andros.
Oh,
It's
no.
Andras, I believe.
I think
right?
it was close to when I got stabbed, but I don't fucking remember.
I wrote it down too because it's a great name. Good job,
It
Kurt.
is.
Kurt, you get bonus points.
It's when I got stabbed.
Yeah, one
always-
time.
I think it's close to that.
Yeah, when you got stabbed on the corner, when you got stabbed in the woods.
If anybody figures out what episode it was, please say it out loud. Oh
Andros.
Back in
My
my
brain-
day, we got stabbed each way on the school.
That's a metaphor.
I guess.
Or a euphemism.
Or a simile?
Of course, my
No.
brain immediately remembers, like, Andros. This is how you beat him in the Nintendo 64.
Good game.
That's helpful.
He's the one that destroyed Zordon's tube.
Ah,
No. Try a somersault.
that's some memories.
When I become rich and famous to the point where I just retire because I'm
Session
bored,
9.
I'll just.
Oh.
I was almost there.
Session
I'll just
9.
redub all of Pepe's lines with Reefus. Try a somersault.
Now where in
Barrel
session
roll,
9?
you mean.
Because I have like 5 pages.
Do a barrel roll.
Barrel roll.
You're just
Yeah.
like your father.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've met your
great! I've
father,
been saved
Sylvyre.
by Fox. It's I just have it written in all caps. I have no context whatsoever.
Ah, okay.
Good
I got
job,
it.
past Jacob.
It's because it was something that like Aeseora remembered in the moment of something.
Probably the moment of getting
no,
stabbed.
I know it
Nah.
too.
Oh.
If I know
Oh,
it, I think Eclipsa mentioned
Eclipsa
it.
mentioned it. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Recalled it from the song.
TM.
Okay, because we weren't in the boring place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was when we were all met up.
His diary was supposed to be
Cultured.
in one of the 3 temples,
Yes.
Oh.
but we got it now. Yeah.
But this ain't a temple.
Kurt, I can just see the pride like radiating off of you. That's right. I said that 4 months ago, and you remembered.
Bonus
4
points.
months.
We're trying. For who?
Bonus points for
Try
everyone.
Plus 3 bonus points. Plus 3 bonus points for and in Francesca.
Am I supposed to be keeping track?
Yes.
Do they?
I am. Don't worry.
Look,
What?
thank you.
I'm at 5.
Is it
Yeah,
one and a
she
half
said-
per?
In one of the temples,
Don't worry
there
about
was a journal or diary
I took
found.
3.
Unsure if it's still there, so I assume that's what this is.
Mhm.
Cool.
As a reminder, Maltor, when you were in the temple, there was a outline of a book or
Yeah.
a tome that appeared to be freshly taken.
I didn't write it down because I wasn't there.
Did I
That
write
was
down?
in
Oh,
the
yeah.
future?
A lot of things are.
True.
Everything
But,
is.
But also something that was, if a place has been abandoned for centuries and someone disturbed it within the past year, it could still look like something was disturbed versus everything else around it.
Yeah, because there would be no dust on it.
We're not getting down
less.
with the sickness.
We're getting up
Yet.
with it. Okay.
I have a page full of tree puns for fighting the trees, but I don't have notes on the actual plot.
Phenomenal.
Wonderful.
Very Reefus notes.
It is
You want to hear something hilarious?
always.
This is from session 6 notes,
Oh.
from when I planned it.
I think that's the exact one. No, session 7's where all my puns are.
Is session 6 when you messaged me, I wrote so many things and nothing happened and we're going elsewhere? Yeah.
Face gang.
Phenomenal.
That's what DMing's all about.
The first note for me for session 6, and loves making Kurt improvise food.
You're not wrong. I've
Yeah.
done it like every other episode.
Session 6 for us.
Session
For me to
6
make a
was
note about it.
April 5th, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 months ago. Cool.
It's also where we learned Maltor plays bagpipes.
Yes.
True.
But
'Cause of
only on
Hooterson.
boats.
The first note is wake up, it's time to leave.
You're finally
Session
awake.
6, mine says what breakfast is. Okay.
All right.
So
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
I'm
These-
just
there like a-
more dough.
As you open the book
Go
and you
ahead.
find the travelogue of Andras Mordeaux, you turn the page, and in like hasty scribbles, it says, "In memory of those that we've lost along the way." Turn the page. The date is too smudged to make out. And it just begins to read, "I'm so glad to have the opportunity to begin to study the phenomenon present whenever a major portal begins to appear. For those unfamiliar, or for those in the future who thankfully no longer have to experience it.
Wishful thinking.
The wishful thinking. I do hope that the red sky phenomenon no longer is a thing, and that through the fruits of this research, no longer will ever be a thing. Though if
History question.
sorry. Though if it is to remain in the distant future, I hope that this is helpful to those who must deal with the consequences of our failures." Okay, history question.
Yeah, history question. When did the portal start? As far as we know.
It is longer than anyone can remember.
Has there
Like,
ever been a
this
point
is
when they've stopped?
short periods of times, yes. Short periods of time being like couple 100 years at most.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You would, as through common knowledge, you would know that major portals have been like big fuck off, like, oh my god, these are the size of continent portals, have been taken down in the past. And research through some temples, and including the ones you've seen, document some flavors of how these were dealt with.
So basically, portals act like the and this is not a joke, even though it is kind of still funny, but it's the Pokemon raid system, but like on a giant scale. Like you have your 1-star ones that are like this big, and like your 7-star ones, which you lose 3 friends for thinking about.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's at this moment that you're.
Yeah, So while I'm running, if I can rewind like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Am I like panicked? Is CM yelling at me? Is
feel
it just
heavily
like
driving force, and your heart feels a little heavy?
Is it similar to the compulsion to go to the castle last time?
Yes.
Nice?
Thank you.
Can I give Anne a bonus point?
Yes.
Nice.
What was the Whose Line Is It Anyway tagline?
I like compulsion.
The points don't matter.
There you go.
Unless.
I love that.
Unless.
It's what introduced me to improv. As a kid.
Good stuff.
So it is like a bit of an, not quite an anxiety or a dread. It's just sort of a Thanos inevitability.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks.
Real quick, just
okay.
something that everyone heard. Going back to session 3, when we were talking to Supera about conspiracy theories about the portals, there was a giant monster. They said versions of selves through portals, maybe, or the other side sort of thing. But then they talked about a monster about 1,000 years ago caused the calamity, and they show up about every 1,000 years. This area seems about due for it, was their phrasing. Thinks it's the same creature returning, although there are theories that they are descendants of the creature, also known as the Swallowing Maw, the Horned One, or the Withering Bloom, among other names. They think it's various versions of the same creature from various realities, and they were going to pay us to look for more information on that, which is why we were going to the temples initially.
5 bonus points.
Thanks.
Oh, hot damn.
I literally wrote a half page about their conspiracy theories. It's that whole entire thing right here.
I feel like a Mel Brooks movie where I look at the camera and go, everybody got that? Okay.
Right.
I will say I finally found where I have Andres Mordeaux, only because I don't keep session by session notes. It's only big picture, because Sylvyre's a big picture thinker. And or, whatever.
I need to know how Francesca takes notes now, because so far all 3 of us are in character.
Oh yeah, completely in character. It's completely in character. There's some of the stuff is literally, I'm looking at a note right now that is what is going on with 3 question marks.
Fantastic. But I found him, it was when we were dealing with the song that was possibly being sung in our future visions,
The
but also
compulsion song.
the odd domination song that also might have healed people in the past or compelled people to keep fighting. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which I only saw in the future visions back in the Maltor Sylvyre side plot episode.
But then you started singing it at one point, and it got a couple of y'all to start walking, and we had to throw rocks at you to stop you.
Right.
Yeah, and that's when Eclipse mentioned it, because I started asking questions.
Right.
Yeah.
Most of my session 3 notes are designing my rapier.
Fantastic.
Valid.
Yeah.
So, Reefus, you have shown up. Right as Aeseora finishes reading the intro, presumably in her head.
I mean, I'm looking over her shoulder. If that's
Not out loud.
What? Do I feel anything coming from the book or from either of them?
To put it in as specifically vague way as possible.
The Kurt special, bring it.
You feel a sense of ownership.
Ooh.
Actually.
Coming from the other side of things, detect magic goes 30 feet out. What's up? What happens when Reefus shows up for me?
You get Tokyo Drift to slide past the door, come back.
Doppler effect.
Doppler
Family.
effect.
Can I?
And you see.
Are the marks still burning?
Yes, you see Reefus's tiger marks, like visually. You see his eye glowing ever so slightly more than usual.
Didn't they both turn purple at some point in time recently, or was that I'm imagining things?
Kurt, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they did during the trial when the tentacles took over for a second, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't remember that because I didn't write it down.
So something I do with Reefus is roll a d20 to make decisions sometimes. And I was like, I wonder if I pick up on that's a 10. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Let's see.
That means you should flip a
Passive
coin
insight.
afterwards.
What are you trying to pick up on?
This
don't worry about it.
The one moment too, where you, Reefus, feels incredibly selfish towards an item.
What?
Is it my feeling, or is it
It's impossible to tell.
Yeah, and it's okay. Can I see that book? I need to see that book. Please.
I guess my passive insight 17. I can roll if you want, because this seems real fucking weird.
A wee bit.
I don't know
Should
if
I
I'm
roll
rolling
some sort
against
of-
Jacob or Kurt or both, but I can roll if I have to.
I'm about to say I can roll if you want me to, Kurt, or you the boss.
Jacob, you roll as well.
I got a hot hand at the dice.
Can I roll as well?
Sure.
Oh, I rolled both dice. Crap, I can't do that.
Nothing's stopping you.
Conscience. I have a guilt complex. 22.
24.
11.
I have a +7.
Well,
I have a actually +4. Oh, well, okay.
You think God would help me, but no.
so this is one where we're stacking the rolls. So this is me and Jacob versus Anne and Francesca.
See ya.
We
sorry.
No.
We beat you by 3.
Francesca!
Ooh, okay, seeing roll low.
Francesca, use your
I
inspiration.
rolled solo.
You can use inspiration.
Wait, can I actually? I just used it though.
I also have inspiration.
You can use it.
You gonna re-roll a 18, Jacob?
Yeah, I thought about it. I got excited.
You get lower. Wait, no, yeah, I think you still take the higher no matter
You
what.
still take
Yeah,
it.
we're good.
With inspiration, you do.
Yeah, never mind. I'm going to say
Wait, so I roll again?
Yeah, you can.
If you would
just-
like to
you just
use
have
your
to-
inspiration.
If you want to use your inspiration, you can, but you have to roll 4 higher.
What did you
Oh,
roll
yeah,
on a die?
Let me just roll again. There we go. Oh, where's my inspiration? There we go. Get out of here. That is an 18 now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's higher.
That's a 42 total, if
Yeah.
it helps.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Noise.
So you did.
If we won by 4, we just lost by 3.
Cool. So, both of you. Reefus is not visibly, but well, I guess visibly also. If you're doing that,
I just
you
ran.
You can
I
feel
don't know if
it.
detect magic does
in,
things.
No, you can feel it in a sense of this is incredibly important, and this is incredibly out of Reefus' character.
To be fair, for context's sake, Reefus has been very out of character for about 2 weeks now.
But this is a different flavor of out
This
of
is a
character.
different flavor of out of character.
Just for the audience's sake.
True.
That's a bullshit answer, meaning, oh, right, sorry.
Huh.
You want to see the book?
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it just kind of feels important. I don't know why.
Can I tell if
And-
something will happen if he touches it?
I genuinely don't know what roll you would roll for that.
You get to decide. You the boss.
Preemptive Arcana.
Preemptive Arcana, sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, it's either that or like
Or,
I don't know
you know
if-
what?
Preemptive
I'll
Arcana
let
you
roll
rolled 10 minutes ago.
religion.
it's the same.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm a
Here,
cleric
extra
who is not
text.
trained in religion.
Flavor-wise, it's different.
Right after we tax the churches.
Also, remember,
Damn it,
this is
so-
a friendly reminder to players everywhere is that clerics and paladins do not have to worship a deity. They can worship a
Concept.
concept of something.
Once again, something major narratively is happening while Sylvyre is doing literally anything else.
It's so good.
Yep.
15.
Oh my
15.
god.
You would not be able to tell. You just can sense the urgentness of Reefus.
Emergency.
Alright, I'm gonna
And we
test the
can
waters
see
then.
the tiger marks.
You can see the tiger marks.
Both of us can. Interesting.
Yep, it is without detect
Okay.
magic.
What's with the marks?
I don't know. It's like the 8th weirdest thing that's happened to me in the last 2 months. I
mean, I know I've seen them.
It happened to him too.
wait, what?
It's gone now,
Aye.
though.
Yeah, I mean, this thing.
Without asking CM, can I do like an oh wow, this is very meta. Can I do like an internal vibe check of the thing inhabiting my body, just to see like basically can I tell if CM's responsible or related to this without speaking to them?
You will have to roll a 20 on the die.
Okay.
Just in case
5% chance.
just in case it happens and nobody believes me.
You taking a video?
Maybe don't judge me.
No, I'm not judging you. That's fair.
It's an 11.
Fuck.
Okay.
I don't know. I wait a minute. How long has this happened for you before?
What?
Kurt, has this happened for me before? Do I know what they're talking about?
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean, you know that we're talking about the burning on your marks.
Yeah, no.
I feel like the question is more in reference to the him too, meaning Maltor's.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Answer is like,
Yeah.
So
no.
just kind of a
Okay. Look, can I please just hold it? You can stand right next to me.
It
There's
might
something
burn.
about that.
I'm just warning you now. If your marks are reacting, it might burn.
There's a look in my eye that you haven't seen since the trial that just says, "We've experienced worse."
That's true.
I'm just gonna look over to Aeseora.
You'll give it right back.
What if he eats it?
I'm drinking.
Shut up, you!
Yeah, it's a good point, actually.
I don't think that was like racist or anything, but that was just
No,
funny.
no, no.
It was just
wasn't.
mean.
This was
It was just
referring
really
to
funny,
the
though.
Pearl incident.
Right, yeah. Otter eats everything because I'm just a big animal.
That has no implication.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just like a look in my eye. That's it. Of just sort of,
Oh, you can take it from me if you want to. Something pulled me to this book, and something that pulls that strong has a reason.
and I'm going to lace that last sentence directly at Aeseora with the whole "there's information to be found out" temptation.
Yeah, I know. That's what's. Yeah. The color of magic when Maltor turned the lock looked like the color of magic when you use the power from CM.
I'm going to, as you say, looked like the. I'm basically going to I'm not going to cast Eldritch Blast, but I'm just going to basically prep it as a cantrip into my fingernails.
To
Just
show
sort
the
of,
colors.
yeah, just a.
And I will say, like, they only amplified what was already there.
Not sinister, but just more matter of fact than you're used to hearing me.
Is that his diary?
All the flames extinguish.
Actually, I didn't think about that. Is it?
Is CM?
They don't
Is
start with the
CM
same letters, so I don't know. No,
You're not.
You're not the...
no,
It's,
Count your
it's-
money.
Sorry, Silver.
that's okay.
Is CM Andrus?
That. I mean, that wouldn't line up with anything they've said to me, but
We
they
don't
also haven't really
think
said
that
much to me.
makes much sense. Could you ask him?
He's not really. I don't really think he wants me to talk to him right now, or like I don't know when, if ever. I kind of got reminded I'm a vessel.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah.
I'd like both of you, Maltor and Aeseora, to roll perception as well in this scenario.
Oh boy.
Bonus points for Kurt.
Oh,
I'm giving you 2.
perception, yeah.
24.
Too low.
Not too low, but
23.
you both would see that Reefus has been involuntarily taking a couple steps forward with each like punctuation and accent.
Yeah, I've got a good grip on the book, and it is. I'm like almost crossing my arms while still holding it with both hands, if that makes sense. And I've been doing that the whole time, but now my grip probably tightens. I don't know if that's noticeable. Probably not with the hands, but
Let's find out.
That's, you know, if you roll high enough, I'll sure. But
Nope.
nope.
That's a 9. Yeah, just sort of a. It's not like desperate manic or anything like that, but it is sort of like, I just ran all the way here, kind of a thing of like,
Hey, sorry. You of all people should understand that when you know something is there, you can't just let it go. Maltor, you can both stand right by me. You can hold it with me. If we're showing the same marks,
will you
There's a
allow us to
Go ahead.
ask a question of CM, even if he's not speaking with you? And then we'll let you have it for a moment.
eyes immediately down.
that's not my decision.
It can be. If you say no, we won't.
Come back up, and again, Aeseora, it's a look that you've seen a couple times. When I say a look, like the eyes almost change color. Like it's still Reefus, but it's almost like the facial. I don't know how to say facial structure, but like changes. Maltor, you saw this most recently in the cell after the trial, but it's just sort of a.
Well, I've told both of you how to handle it if things go wrong.
And I'll just kind of drop any kind of mental block or resistance that I've been building up this whole time.
Thank you for your permission.
No response. Just kind of a nod.
We trust you. We don't trust him. And without giving a moment for a response, then I'll reach out to CM.
Reach out and touch me.
So, are you up for a chat?
I suppose that depends on the nature of your chat.
Suppose that depends on the nature of the chat.
Name Andras Mordo ring a bell?
The researcher.
Researcher.
That's not you, right?
Well, you know that my name is Crimson Moon. Or at least that's what you may call me.
We understand that people may have multiple names.
Moon.
Moon.
The wind.
Reefus's hand extends in a fashion that's very much Crimson Moon, with like the two fingers back and just.
Oh, posture's much better.
Mm-hmm. You notice that Reefus now has the manacles over his wrists and ankles. Every time. It's like I know.
I will look Reefus in the eyes and say to Crimson Moon, take those off.
That's something that I can't do. It's
Yeah.
not
We don't
something I
believe you.
have a choice in the matter.
Who does?
The damn gods that sealed me away.
Looking
Which ones?
straight at Maltor for that one.
Yep.
Which ones?
He's just gonna motion towards.
Yeah, just still.
Vanna White.
I'm hearing
I wanted
Just
confirmation.
Oh.
I know
clearly
the answer, but I'm fishing for answers like from
clarification.
other.
Are you guys saying this, or are you having this conversation in your minds?
I am not saying it out loud.
Okay.
Reefus is.
Mm.
Like spookily and sort of like with no real cadence to the speech.
Okay.
Like little parts of him are slipping out in bursts. Actually, I guess it's more of a like a.
I believe you would know them better as luck and misfortune.
He said the damn gods who. Sorry.
Sealed me.
What was the phrasing?
Sealed.
Trap me here, put me here, seal me here.
Sealed. Me here.
I can't see any of you. You're all just blurs of color, but
It's at this moment that the bandana that goes over, or the blindfold that goes over CM, is now present over Reefus's eyes. They made a bet they were scared to lose. Now,
Did they win?
Not yet.
if you would. And he once again extends his hand.
up a little bit.
Palm is up specifically in a nature of goodwill.
This might be the first time Aeseora, you realize everything, but this might be the first time it's very noticeable that Reefus is an otter who has fangs.
Kurt, you started a sentence. If you
If you
want
would.
any. Oh, if you would. Will you give it back?
Of course.
In the next few minutes?
To find the next few minutes. It'll take me more than 5, at least.
10.
I suppose that's doable.
Little silver in the back of your head. Get it in writing.
Will it hurt him?
Certainly not.
Will you?
Now, why would I do that?
That's not an answer.
At this point, Reefus just chuckles. So, Maltor, you don't hear this part of the conversation. It's just Reefus.
When you have the same kind of bet that I do, it is.
We request your assurance that he will not be harmed during this.
I, Crimson Moon, as you know me, will not harm Reefus.
I hand him the book.
And it says this moment Reefus just kind of like plops forward, and in front of you, both of you, is CM standing, full body. His feet kind of where Reefus's are, taking up like the portion of Reefus's legs. CM standing straight up, his reddish purple skin, tiger stripes very present. And you see the manacles that were once like wrist to wrist are now linked to the respective ones on Reefus.
Is Reefus like fall over, or
He's kind of like slumped forward while being held up by CM's arms.
Like a marionette.
Because just the height difference is so huge.
No, maritime, but it's close.
1 bonus point.
Well, I'd take an instinctive step back.
As
I
this
don't. I
you can
don't
see
step
his,
back. I'm staying as close as I can.
his eyes glowing slightly, and he just using just the tips of his fingernails that are probably like, I guess his claws, moreover, probably like 2.5 inches long. He just very gently takes the book and just goes like this, and the book just kind of floats up, and he's holding it as if he would be with like that kind of motion where like the thumb is in the spine,
Holding it open.
mm-hmm. But it's not connected to his hand. Very kind of you. Dreadful memories these are. Andros Mordeaux was, I believe you would call him a fool for believing that this research would do anything to help anyone. All it did was lead to lives lost of those he cared about.
Why?
Well, surely you've heard of the phenomenons. That damned God blessed over there has seen the murals. I suppose it's more of a curse for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Now, before we continue, I'd like to assure you that I am on your side. I want to win this bet because it means I finally get to die.
Will that kill Reefus
No, of course
when you die?
not.
Can I roll insight, please?
Yeah, sure.
25.
He does not appear to be lying.
There's no way out of this. Is there?
Not until the bet is done. And if it doesn't end with us, then some poor fool, some poor version of you is going to be stuck doing this again and again
And again.
and again.
And again.
Right.
You would do well to read this, but keep in mind the handwriting is rather poor. And if it's all right with you there, little chronicler, he's going to place it in the hands of the book in the hands of Maltor. And you get the slight burning as your hands like reject it a little bit.
How bad is it? Can I still like hold on
You can
to
still
it?
hold it.
Okay, I can do that.
Like you got a plate of food just out of the oven hot, not like you're holding onto a pan hot.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you tell your changeling friends, as a piece of friendly advice, you tell him to keep an eye on that friend of his.
He's trying.
And Aeseora,
Okay.
be wary of those around you.
Which ones?
And he's just gonna tap his temple twice, and then tap his heart once. Figure out one of these mysteries. One of the ones in that there book.
Temple twice and
Heart once.
heart once.
Figure out one of the mysteries in that book. And as cursed as that information may be, it will help you in the long run.
Help you.
Is he handing me the book back?
Nope, he
I
handed
have
it to Maltor.
He handed.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
so-
I'm sorry.
Holding
Well, I
it with
think-
slightly burning hands.
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes real quick.
That seems like
Maltor just cast Burning Hands, so the book's destroyed.
No! I
Fuck.
don't have that cantrip?
I think it's first. I don't
Is it?
remember.
Okay.
Tieflings get that?
No.
Or is that level 3?
Drink.
No! It's a D&D race thing. I swore there was...
I think
Still.
tieflings get
Fire Genasi, I think.
the
it's Burning Hands.
Ah.
reaction one.
I'm
Hellish Rebuke.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yep.
I have
that
Fire
one.
Genasi. I don't think I get Burning Hands, actually. I get Create Control Fire or something like that, but I'll have to relook at that.
The fire version of Shape Water.
And Aeseora, let me remind you. Information is always cursed. You always pay a price. And with that, he gives you a little bow. Reefus dips down a little bit. And you see Reefus begin to stand back up straight. All that's left in his hands. He's in the same pose as CM was. The only thing left in his hands is the blindfold.
Oh God! Are we under attack again? Darkness?
No.
Help!
No. Well,
You
we're
okay?
safe. You're safe here.
Safe.
Safe.
Everything's safe. Keep talking. I'll follow your voice.
Keep talking and nobody
Reef-
explodes.
Reefus, you're safe here. We're in the library, in the castle. Everything is all right.
For
I'll just pull
clarification, the
No,
blindfold
he's
is in your
holding,
hand.
right?
Yes.
Oh.
You don't have it with
Well,
your
then
eyes.
ignore my joke. Yeah, okay. In that case, when I come to, it'll be more of a almost a resigned apology of a face.
What did he do?
Not
Just
much.
information.
Yeah.
Double insight check.
Sure. I'm telling the truth.
Context is part of it.
Fair.
That's a 7 on Aeseora. I believe her entirely.
This is what, a deception thing?
Oh, wait. It's
If you're
a,
lying.
If you're lying, then yes. If it's
Yeah.
If you're telling the truth,
then it's nothing.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was just a
okay.
12. Sorry, so including my insight, it's a 12 on Aeseora. I believe her entirely.
Yeah.
What did I just
But
say?
it's an 18 on Maltor,
Okay.
Whom you believe entirely.
who I believe entirely.
Yeah, no, I just said that he was just giving us information.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, complete truth.
Honestly, that's the most we've got out of him, possibly ever.
And on that
Yeah.
fundamental note, we're going to take our 10-minute break. Hello.
Good, I have to pee so bad because Sylvyre's so racist.
I'll make another
We'll
drink.
see you in 10
No.
minutes.
See y'all
we'll
in
see you in
10.
10.
Bye. God,
That's
you know.
fair.
Alrighty, we're back, everyone. I hope you had a lovely break. Totally enough time to process all of that information.
I hope you
much.
weren't talking about the human centipede.
Sean
I
was.
hope
He
you were
sang it.
just-
No, I wasn't.
I finished my drink just because of Sean. He wasn't being racist.
It'd
It
be
was
like
just
that.
Sean. Go Bills.
Glad to help.
Just kidding, go Niners, but also go Bills.
All right, yes.
Go Bills.
Birds.
But
Let's
now,
But now. Kurt, what's going on?
We cut off at the end of a sentence for.
Meanwhile, in the accountant's office.
Meanwhile, in Ruin's office. I can't believe the answer was so simple. Is there anything I can do to help repay you with this?
he did it.
Well, I mean, what was the going rate of the other guy? Because we did it in such a short time. I don't need to be paid as much, but payment's always nice. But not too much. We can't break the budget.
You're right. Given the budget in mind. What is... It just puts 80 gold in front of you.
Thank you. Look, if you can ever contact me, if these issues come up again, I'll be happy to consult you. And I'll make sure to bring along Reefus as well, because he was a fantastic... Where'd he go?
He ran
Oh
off,
God, the pain!
he ran off a while ago. Then that sounds like the young lad.
Ah, okay. I'll track them down afterwards. A firm handshake, and eventually head off.
Firm hand.
Happy smiles. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. What are you all doing?
Oh, being possessed, plotting the murder of my friends. Nothing in comparison to what you're doing.
All right, I know I'm supposed to read this, but Aeseora, can you hold it?
Yes.
It's
I will take the book.
uncomfortable.
All right. So you hand over the book. Just fine.
What happened when I took it?
Honestly, he held it up and it floated a bit. He held it open, he gave us a bit of information and then left. That was about it.
Yeah, he showed up.
Do you speak like over dramatically and like a bunch of riddles?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
But also the most direct that we've ever heard.
Oh,
He called us by name twice. He's never done that for anyone.
did you respond?
I mean, we talked.
To this
We talked to
statement,
him.
but not like immediately.
Kurt, would I roll Insight or Arcana? Because CM only calls me Reefus whenever, like, he's stating rules or telling me to do something, or it's like my mom. They only use my full name when I'm in trouble.
Right, and this is the only time we've heard CM address anyone by name besides those moments.
And the only time you, like, the whole using Reefus as a puppet thing, like,
Yeah.
outside of the whatever the hell happened at the trial.
Right. And that and the fight in practice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Exactly.
So what are you like? What exactly are you trying to like?
Basically, I've experienced CM more than anybody. Do I have any kind of insight as to, if he's using their names directly? Both Aeseora and then calling Maltor God blessed. Like, I'm gonna get extra defensive if I feel like CM's dragging my friends into this, either unnecessarily or just heightening their risk of being hurt. That's gonna get me to talk to him again.
You're free to draw any conclusion based off of the information given.
Oh, that's a disclaimer you could have at like the bottom of the screen for the entire...
Basically, if you're ever DMing Jacob ever, just put that at the bottom of the screen because I'm going to
It's
ask way
real
too many
good.
questions for permission.
You and me both.
It's yes.
So did he act like was he threatening? Were there threatening undertones? He's rarely direct.
We think he's often just maybe he's naturally threatening undertones, but nothing excessive, nothing specific. it was more warnings, maybe, than anything.
Right? Like, he says things that somebody on your side would say, but he says it in a way that's like, but I might stab you. Like, it's really hard to interpret.
He told us that Sylvyre should keep an eye on that friend of his, and then he told us figure out one of the mysteries in that book. And let me remind you, information is always cursed. There's always a price. And
I just sort of gesture to myself.
he also said that he was on our side and seemed sincere, but he said, be wary of those around you. And then he did this. 1, 2, 1.
I assume that means nothing to me.
Nothing, no.
Yeah, it's kind of the shorthand version of what I've got. And, I mean, all of his actions so far have been, I'm talking as if he can't hear me. I mean, but, have been of someone who is trying to advance what we're trying to do. He's just been very vague and foreboding about it, which, I mean, look, we're all drama kids here, but it's
Yeah, no, I
He
mean, looks like
promised
he is trying to help.
hurt you.
Wow.
I got none of that from either of you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. What did I just say? Shit.
Something about trying to help.
Maltor mood.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely think he's trying to help us. You. Well,
yeah.
The above.
get out of the predicament, get out of being tied to you.
So, our conclusion is, he said he would not hurt you. He said, and I quote, I, Crimson Moon, as you know me, will not hurt Reefus.
I'll cut you off there. And it's still Reefus' face and everything, but just sort of the eye contact. Like,
nobody knows him.
We never said we did. But we're good at reading people, and we still believed him. The other thing... What'd you roll?
a 2.
Okay.
Wow.
So with that 2, yeah,
Wow.
I'm real tired. You notice, like, if you could have bags under your eyes if you were covered in fur, that's what it would be. I look like I did when you first met me.
Okay. And the last thing he said, not the last, but the final thing that I'll reiterate, was that he's in the middle of a bet with luck and misfortune, and he just wants to get out of it so he can finally die. And he said that when he does, you still won't. His death will not kill you also.
You'd be surprised what you could live through.
Unfortunately, yes. But possibly fortunately in this situation.
Die. Interesting. I've directly asked him about what happens if either of us die before. And then I moved on to another subject just because I was metagaming and I knew it would bother Anne until the end of time. It's one of my favorite clips.
It's funny.
Just because we're working towards the same goals does not necessarily mean that he's on our side. And he knows that. I've said that to him directly.
Every couple seconds, it's just sort of glancing off to nobody as if CM were standing right there, even though he's literally living in my head.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the only choice we have is to progress with what we're already doing. But Tumble's Maritime didn't raise no fool, and so it's sort of trusting your gut. And my gut's defensive, which it rarely is.
It's understandable in this situation.
Well, the way I understand it, so long as he's like this,
Adorable?
with like no, not
Contained.
You see him, like part of that whole thing, the boomerang.
Contained.
I feel like he's not gonna hurt you, so I don't think we need to worry about that.
A noticeable flinch at contained and a part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Geez, Maltor, I feel like this makes us step siblings. Is this
Step, step, step. Sylvyre.
I've got plenty of them. It's
It's either that or like a neighborhood friends where the two families don't quite like each other.
Wait.
But the kids, yeah.
You
Wait
call
a
each
minute.
other's parents like uncle, but you're not actually related.
Maltor, I think I asked you a long time ago, but the supernatural being that controls my existence can't remember. Not that one, the other one.
The Jacob one.
Right, the
At
Jacob
this
one,
point,
yes.
Sylvyre is beginning to
Silver's
walk.
counting coin.
On his way
He's like-
towards us, probably.
I feel like I've asked
Beginning
you
to walking.
I feel like I've asked you this before. Hi, Silver.
Hello?
You
Did I miss
have,
something again?
One moment.
Continue with your thought.
do you have any recollection of your parents or
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
this is... I know he looks like a tiefling a little bit, but I know my parents. I mean, if he's a descendant or something, I don't know about that. I already don't know how old he is.
no.
But...
I just didn't know the terms of the whole exiling thing and everything, but
No, I
Prince thing again?
Natural 20 on this
Different.
roll and everything.
I
where's
mean,
that
you
for?
can be an honorary maritime.
You feel nothing but the most genuine feeling.
Oh boy. Maltor shuts down. I don't know how else to explain this. There's
I changed the subject.
I was going to say that Silver does what Silver does best. Wait, okay, now that there's an awkward pause, did I miss?
Well, whatever they're holding, that book.
Oh, got it open.
It
You
spoke
got
to
it open.
CM, not me.
The book spoke.
I don't know.
no
CM,
book the no.
CM insisted on holding it just for a moment.
He was
Are
physically.
when out of curiosity, when did if this happened, when did Reefus's stripes stop burning?
They would have stopped when CM became manifested.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Reefus falls forward and what is left behind just kind of rises up.
Gotcha.
I could see what was happening, but I couldn't hear, and it was like the moment right before you wake up from a dream, but drug out. I was behind the wheel, but not... I can't tell you what happened.
We're sorry.
You didn't do anything. I'm sorry.
We asked to speak with him. We're sorry.
So this wasn't a possession. This was him stepping on out and saying hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess.
Wish I saw him. Wish I was here for that. He owes me money. He owes me so much money.
Oh God.
Pacing a little bit back and forth. It's just like, the town's budget is balanced, though. Property taxes on churches actually seem to be
Sylvyre.
quite profitable. But still, I
Sylvyre.
should have been here. What? Yes?
CM said that. Wait, I lost it in my notes. I found it. CM said that you should keep an eye on your friend. It didn't sound positive.
He talked about me without me being around?
In
And he-
passing. Just that sentence.
Interesting. And he brought him up too. Lovely. Fantastic. I know he is. So he doesn't have. If he does have something to do with it, that means he at least knows what's up, which is fascinating. But that
What
also
is
makes
up?
sense. Oh, it's Lupe, one of my old business buddies. That's why I was trying to break a Fey pact, or at least why I'm trying to currently do so. But actually, Maltor has more knowledge about this. Maltor helped or saw some of this firsthand, possibly.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the guy we saw, right?
Yes, you saw him. You saw the hooded figures he was dealing with, which ended up going poorly.
Which we saw
Yes. Which
at
was
the
what
temple.
No, wait. I don't. Were those the same three?
Were they not? Wait. Question.
You can roll.
Having seen both.
history.
Okay, Brina.
Okay.
18.
Oh.
Wait, am I rolling history
You're
or
both
his?
rolling history.
Yes.
Okay. 16. too
You
bad.
would know that one of them was the same.
There's at least one of them that was the same.
I wish I knew that earlier.
It's the same robes. I mean,
I had just assumed there were many people in
Hey,
that group with those robes.
I have no idea what either of you are talking about, but this is kind of his thing. Trust me. It is. I don't
We
know
trust
how much
you.
he actually.
No,
Yeah.
it makes
You can-
sense.
No, Reefus, you can continue. I just
Oh, yeah,
just
go ahead.
wanted you to know we trust you.
Oh yeah,
Right.
you helped
I don't
balance the
know.
town's budget. It was actually really insightful. Whatever you said.
It's just listening to what was. It's all of you.
No, you helped out a ton. But yes, continue on with your thought.
I just that we never know how much he knows.
Sadly, that is the case. But still, this makes some sense because I remembered us thinking somewhere along the way that he might have been whatever. Maltor, we saw someone get kind of smushed in front of some water and whatnot in front of the people in gods or something? Yeah, that might have been him.
Yeah.
And I guess this might confirm it. But now that we were showed that all at the same time, which means that they're probably related in some way, shape, or form. And I remember there's something with the Fae dealing with the Sayokun, and that has something to do with their deal because they're gathering time. So it's all interconnected in some way, shape, and form.
That's the closest you've ever gotten to get the name right.
Oh yeah, and then
I have a Twitch clip literally titled "Soy Milk Okun." So,
It was real good.
sorry,
mean,
continue, Francesca.
From what was written on the walls in that temple, if I'm not not understanding this right, like CM would have fought those people like a long time ago.
a long time ago with some weird song and whatnot. Yeah.
And after that, he would have been drugged under the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wouldn't. He's not in alliance with these people.
Oh, opposite. Yeah, he wants to kill them or something. Which I mean, hey, if his ends meet our
Which
meet
people?
the Fae, I'm guessing,
Yeah, the one that are causing trouble for your friend.
or rather the Soyokun, which is who the Fae are dealing with to grant him time, which might wake him up. I don't know
All
about
of that
part.
group.
Yeah.
So is he with them or against them?
CM is against the hooded figures who were singing and trying to hypnotize us and attacked us in the temple, and also are attacking. What did they do to your friend?
They
Sylvyre?
stole time.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What?
Wait, how much?
All
Well,
of it?
not time as in lifespan time.
Oh, okay.
You know
Like
how I say to
life?
if only I could buy time and then give it to him and everything would be good. No, like, you know how I say to get things in writing because things have to be specific?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never dealt with the genie, but Lupe dealt with the Fae. And that's where we learn why that's a bad thing, just to say something. Or to agree to something, even. Because he agreed to gain a business partner. He agreed to losing 1 minute of sleep. That's all. Far too vague. It was compounding. One found out, or we found out.
And you're the business partner?
Yes. Don't know how they meddled.
Compounding? How?
He can't sleep. It's been how many years at this point? He's lost all 8 hours times 60, which is 8 times 60. All 480 minutes of sleep. He's lost that now. He physically cannot sleep without sleep potions or a sleep spell.
I am not even going to hide it. Just a sharp glance at Aeseora.
Can you sleep without those?
Oh, yeah. It's just convenient to fall asleep immediately. No, that's I didn't make it.
Insight?
Go ahead.
25?
You can tell he's telling the truth, you think.
Okay.
But the plus 11 can make you doubt that.
Plus 7 feels good.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a bard.
But yes.
I'm actually good at this now. Leveling up is great. All the ones became 4s.
Sylvyre.
Mm-hmm.
What? Let's say that you find Lupe Fiasco, and
Oh, I know where he is.
Thank you for smiling. I don't feel as old now.
It's a, or let's say you. What then?
Either, well, if I find him, I know where he is. I send letters to him.
But I mean, let's say you break this curse that you've mentioned. That's it? You guys just continue doing things?
I see if he wants to if he wants to get back into the business of things, or if retirement is what he continues to like.
I mean,
I gotta roll for this. Sorry.
I honestly haven't. What?
It's about the equivalent of Reefus losing his temper, but the fact that Reefus interrupts you at all is already a big deal. But just sort of a thing of like, there is something living inside of me that I fully expect to just tear me apart from the innards of my spine at any moment, and therefore devour the entire world and everything I love in it. I know that you love money. But is that really all you're doing this for?
Not only
Did he make you that much more money?
No, not at all. He's a friend. Whether or not I had come across him due to supernatural means, I learned the basics of business through this man. We go back. I'm not going to do this simply because I'm going to make money off of him. I'm doing this because I want to help him live better and also sleep again, dream again.
I'm just saying, we're also friends that you met through supernatural means who have trouble sleeping.
Yes, I'll try to cure you all sleep potions if that's what you need. He's just the first one. He's number 1 on the list. No offense, everyone. And then you all are there to help me out, and also because you're number 2 through 1, 2, 3, 4.
If somebody's so invested in money.
Look, it's late.
Math is hard late at night.
Exactly. But yeah, no, but you're still collectively tied for second, essentially. I don't want to be rude by that. It's just the facts that is how they are.
Can I insight check that to see if we're expendable for the right deal?
You can.
I mean, Jacob isn't, but Reefus is insanely jaded at the moment.
Reasonable.
No.
I'm not inciting after my first 25 said truth, so.
That's a 5 plus 5 is 10.
You think he's lying? No, I'm kidding.
As I pondered, I look down and see the knife in my chest. What?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
Man, too soon.
I forgot about the other stabbing.
No. Womp womp.
Think when someone's stabbed.
Metaphorically or realistically.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, no, You don't get those vibes. You just get that and also, I mean, I'm not sure. I was gonna say I'm not sure I could say, but if you would remember, he has a list of what he needs. He doesn't need to sacrifice lives.
I've spent the last 6 months with my brain trying to kill me. I just don't trust anything anymore.
Reasonable.
So like,
But yes, no, but yes, he is my oldest and one of my best friends. I have a childhood friend back in the
Venarius.
You have a what?
cut him off.
No, I have a childhood friend back in the Venarius, but there's a difference between the friend you kind of grew up with. Like, he's cool. Like, if we ever end up back there, I'll definitely tell you all to say hi. But Lupe is just a friend of circumstance and trials. He's basically on par with you all because of this. He just came first.
Who's your friend at home?
I have to check my backstory first.
Wow.
Mood.
Look, I remember
This
he
is
exists.
important to me.
It is important to you.
I literally wrote this down, the almost exact same thing in like 2 sessions ago. I was like, what was the name of my best friend in session 0? That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, it happens.
Babble.
Happens.
I know my dead wife's name.
Babble.
Curse you, randomizer.
I know my ex-wife's name, but you don't hear me bragging.
Womp womp.
I had to figure out the last name of somebody today.
It's Aymer. Aymer? Aymer. How the hell is that pronounced?
Aymer.
Aymer. It's
Aymer.
Aymer. He's a great artist. It's the reason I can paint.
You can paint?
Hey,
I have a painter's set. I've painted banners.
He
I mean,
painted
I
his
have.
banners the first time we were on the boats away
Indeed,
from
yes.
Velki.
Yep.
Right, but I mean, I've used the wand of smiles 8 times, and I think I succeeded twice. But so that doesn't make me a wizard.
True, but I'm not just simply painting Silver's Emporium or whatever on a banner and calling it a day. This has little flourishes or little stars and sparkles and things to make it stand out.
What side note? What time is it, Kurt? Roughly.
It would be probably
Afternoon?
Midday?
like
Okay.
3-ish, 4-ish, 3:30-ish, somewhere around there.
As we're rambling in this,
Libraries are a timeless place.
I mean, they are.
Honestly.
visit your local library, kids. You always feel better
Amen.
afterwards.
Get a library card, guys.
It's
They're
so good.
important.
Also, even if you
Keep 'em
don't visit the
alive.
library, but if you listen to audiobooks, I believe Libby is the app you can use with your library card to get free
Also-
audiobooks.
Yeah, a lot
That's
of
cool.
libraries give you free access to LinkedIn Learning, which used to be lynda.com. So keep that in mind. Get a library card, guys. It's important.
Yeah,
But I
like
don't know.
speaking as
For
somebody
real.
who that affects my position at my job. Like,
Yeah.
go do that.
Shit's great. It's important. Do the thing.
We should only clip this.
I turned 21 10 years ago. Go do it.
L'chaim.
I have a library card. Yay.
I have a library card. I have 2. Okay, continuing.
Yeah, sorry.
One of mine's outdated.
I don't know. I just felt like I went into a PSA about reading.
What's it?
Reading rainbow.
Rainbow. I was gonna say.
Let's go!
Anyways, I'm
North America borders, baby!
So Aymer.
Aymer. Yes,
Aymer.
Aymer was he was a great guy, great artist. This is all. I wonder if he's still pursuing that though. It has been a good 6 years or so at least.
Shout out LeVar Burton. Sorry,
Sponsor us.
I just couldn't remember his name for a second there, so I missed my timing.
The Reading
Continue.
Rainbow guy?
Yeah.
LeVar Burton, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You mean the
Uh-huh.
Star Trek guy?
Yeah.
Also,
And
yes.
his daughter's a D&D player.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mika. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
So you left the Venarius 5
While
6
back.
years ago?
Yeah, it's. I think it's on six years now. It's yeah.
Okay. Well.
So,
Do you ever worry about your parents?
Oh,
they're fine.
they have their jobs. They love their jobs.
But like, what if
They hated Aeseora.
like
They hated me?
They hated your job.
Okay, that tracks.
I mean, who are your parents?
By extension, you because of it. But like,
Just because of what it is?
I mean, I've hated me by extension
Not
of my
you
job before.
personally, but
it's like
Just
it's like if you hate like coffee, so you just like hate baristas by extension.
Okay.
Or if you hate the health inspector,
Yeah.
I
Or if
pity
you hate
baristas
death.
by extension.
which we
Yeah.
don't honestly. Our health inspectors.
5 years, baby.
So your parents hated death, is what I'm hearing.
That's pretty
Monty
common,
Python skit.
unfortunately.
It's
No?
I'm not sure.
No,
salmon
from your
moves.
experience, you would know it wasn't they hated death. It was the way that parts of the Venarius celebrated death, or like rather, it was like a celebration of life type things. You know,
They
That's
wanted a
metal as
funeral,
fuck.
not a celebration of
they
life.
they wanted a funeral, not a celebration, and they
Oh, I probably told them to go fuck
and
themselves.
they did not enjoy like the music that went along with it because it's meant to be a serious thing.
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't get along at all.
I'm sorry I put 6 Weird Al polkas at my funeral. So,
Amen.
um,
I will never die.
Right foot out.
um,
They're.
I'm so off track now.
They have.
Oh,
Their
yeah,
job.
yeah.
They
But,
love
like-
their job.
You know, who are your parents without you? I mean, are they
They're
the same
still
people?
Same people with the same
Ah.
jobs.
I've never really thought about it. I mean, ever since I could remember, there was always a sibling to take care of.
I didn't
And now
have
I'm the
that.
little sibling to take care of it. It's a real role switch.
Assume it's not a battle.
Martix and Rentax? Am I right?
bless you.
I believe. I don't know about the pronunciations again. Thank you,
I mean, that's
randomizer.
your
Guessing.
decision.
Okay. I just want to make sure I had it right.
Uh,
Which one is
Was,
which? Which one's your dad and which one's your mom?
Don't worry about it.
Intran and Zarthus is what I have. Xarthas and Lintran. So, or Lintrain.
I'm looking at the wrong thing then.
I just assumed whatever you said
train.
was correct.
It's
Oh,
also completely
no.
possible that when you asked me, I typed the wrong names in.
Possibly.
That's fine.
Maltor.
Continue.
Do you? I think I've asked you this before, but it's almost like months pass between our conversations. You just speak directly to your deities, or they just show up, or? I feel like it's a more cordial relationship than what I've got going on here. My eye twitches.
I haven't really talked to them. Actually, I think I lost contact with them after we went through the portal
you-
dimension. I don't know.
Have you tried? And if you don't mind me asking?
Once, yeah, they had
Huh.
no answer. We don't talk much.
Why don't you try again so soon after your marks were burning? Maybe that'll do something.
Yeah, well, try.
But
Kind of.
however problematic that relationship may be, I mean, it could be worse. Eye twitches again.
You actually
know,
see Maltor doing like a huff laugh, like a.
I've
I mean-
exhaled out my nose once.
Basically. And I'm just gonna think in my head, are you both here on this version of reality?
You just get the. Where do you keep your coin?
It's in my pocket.
Weighs heavy.
Didn't you put the coin in a tube or something?
It's another coin.
It's a different coin. Is that glowing any certain school of magic or something?
Gold and purple.
Which ones?
I'm going to add the question also. Are you the same one? You're not multiples, are you?
Coin is still weighing heavy in your pocket.
Yeah, nothing.
Huh.
I
So
feel
you-
like if CM is consistent, I feel like gods would be consistent. I feel like they're above this stuff. Ronnie was. Ronnie was consistent across whatever the hell all these different worlds are.
Who
I'm
was
sorry,
consistent?
I know you're not normally in the room when we talk about these things, but have you mentioned Ronnie before?
When we got out of the hole.
Maltor
Yeah.
would be the only. I think Maltor would
I don't
actually
think
be
we-
the only one.
Who
I think we
it, probably.
mentioned Ronnie as the tall lady.
Yeah, I probably
with
didn't say a
4
name.
arms.
Yes. Yes, I probably didn't say a name because I was still kind of in shock. Also, and or concussed because Aeseora ran into.
You'll be fine.
No, you have a mean shoulder tackle. It's a legit thing.
Again, it's fun. I don't have to use
We tried.
I don't have to use deception in the letter I'm sending to Lupe that I got hit in the head, because I did get hit in the face in multiple opportunities. Once during that fight. Aeseora also did that earlier. It's a
We could
consistent
hit you in the
thing.
head again if it would help.
We could. No.
As
it's
someone
fine.
who has been choked out multiple times, like I don't want to hear it.
Head trauma is a serious. No.
Don't sleep on concussions, kids.
No,
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
don't
the
do
love
it.
of everything.
Yikes.
Also, don't
Don't
play
go to sleep.
football until you're at least in high school. I learned from NFL.
Or at
players.
all. But if you do,
Or at
wait,
all.
If you want
or
to
at all.
avoid injuries, do not play football.
Yes,
either
but,
version.
But I met with some
American or
Get
global.
out unscathed.
Yes.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Basketball. Everybody scored.
yeah, I was gonna say you usually get hit, and just kind of slide with that one in basketball.
I lost my train of thought.
That
That was
happens.
the last
Talking
thing is
about
just
Ronnie.
no?
Ronnie.
Yeah,
Ronnie,
Ronnie. Oh
yeah.
yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah. Well, I assume if that one is probably consistent across worlds, dimensions, whatever we're classifying this as, they probably are too, whatever they are.
Okay, so
Yeah,
things
most
that
likely.
change dimension to dimension. Amount of limbs. Personality traits.
I feel like
etc.
Color
I feel like that
books,
wasn't-
apparently.
books. I feel like that's not so much a changing of limbs because this person has one more limb dimension. That must be a effect of a butterfly effect happening. So because one little thing changed, so and so took this one position, and the other one took the other position, which led to led to different life paths, which led to losing of an arm.
So it's
I
like
pressed
different
butterflies as a child. Is this all my
swapped their
fault?
lives?
No. I'm sorry. What?
A slight difference swapped their situations.
Yes, that's just a theory.
Here's my other thought, because
Bonus point
Jacob
for
rolled a 24 on this. Bonus point for Sean. Because Jacob rolled a 24 on this. The last time we found a book, it was drawn to Aeseora. This one, literally for the first time ever, CM was driving this. I didn't know he could. I mean, I assumed he could do that, but I don't like it. I could see everything he was doing. I could feel everything he was feeling, but I could just sit and watch. Do we then assume that there is a Maltor book and a Sylvyre book,
I don't.
which I assume to be a ledger of some sort?
The thing is, I'm not as tied up in this whole God
Just
situation.
because you're not in the room does not mean
we.
the god is literally tied up in me.
True.
We don't.
CM's not a god, is he?
No.
Yeah, Jason.
He said no to that.
Didn't he say it was like on par or something like that? You had a list.
He added a dimension to
A
the
side-
graph.
A side path, yes. It was so we on par with, yes. Something like that.
Yeah.
Still,
On
so
par. Not
of
a
a
god,
divine
but-
being of some sort. Divine being in quotes, infernal it might be, I don't know. But
I'm not speaking to CM, but I am sort of like touching the stove to see if it's hot, so to speak.
that's not what you're supposed to do.
I've been in
yourself.
South
he, like,
Carolina
listening
for
in?
like 3 days, and it's just all erased.
It is metaphorically hot.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, ears burn when we're talking about, huh?
I don't mention that because I rolled a 2.
Yeah, whatever he is, it seems like anything of that level of power is consistent, possibly. And I'm only going off of a data set of 3 points, 4
Well-
if you count that. So it's like it's not a valid thing. It's a guess.
they were also in a position at some point to make a deal with these two gods, which means they're either very foolish
I'm
or
not sure that was a
respectably
deal.
powerful, or
I,
a bet.
I,
However,
I believe
Very
he was
lucky or very unfortunate. Perhaps.
unfortunate, if I remember. Maltor, wasn't he bound at that point during that
Depends on
conversation?
which of the two?
Yeah, he was. Bound over water.
And then got kind of like
He had a bag over his head.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't think he was super in control of that situation.
But he had enough power to be regarded as dangerous, enough to be restrained and bagged.
Oh, how hot's that fucking stove?
Oh shit.
I'm visibly shuffling.
So,
Like uncomfortable.
Oh yeah,
and of course it's Sylvyre. He's,
like narrows.
the purple one.
Yeah.
it's Sylvyre. He's got the blinders on. So it must. So that he was powerful enough to be on par with them, which means there's a consistency if you reach a certain level of, I don't know, power, extra dimensional plane travel. I'm no expert, but
He also traveled with us, technically.
Kurt, do I notice differences in Reefus?
Yep.
during
Yeah,
this?
also?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Everyone or
Not so.
I mean, I'm not
Not
really
Sylvyre.
hiding it.
He's got the blinders on.
like
Silver doesn't care.
do I see more colors radiating or
Oh shit, yeah. Like, do I have stripes showing or anything? Or
It's more your one eye glow, eye narrow, pupil narrow, because it's like the slit.
so
Claws kind of extend a little bit more.
like, if I was looking from a source perspective, would the detect magic that's surrounding me, would it be a lot more chaotic? Would it be, or just like differently distributed?
Intense. It's like,
is it threatening? Like, hey, stop talking about this?
I will put it like this. Whereas normally if you look at Reefus, you see kind of like a wisp.
Right.
This time you would see basically
outline?
someone pouring paint.
Oh shit.
Do I feel like we should change the topic?
Well, I mean insight, but this insight is me guiding you. The other ones are your own decision.
14.
You get the feeling.
That we should change it?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
oh, when talking about extra dimensional things like that, again, just a running theory, but I don't know if we'd have to obtain some sort of power to be crossing again, or just he's rambling.
It's possible we might need to fuck up to cross again.
You're saying we should fight Rickon?
Just because we got ambushed.
No, not Rickon. You can see my eyes glow a little bit brighter at that, although they have been kind of this entire time because of so much information today and intensity of emotion. But not Rickon is very loud as a statement.
What?
I mean, that makes sense. He'd kick our asses.
I mean, yeah, but isn't that what we're going
Rickon
for?
No, I think we will
Rickon
take what we
knows
needed.
more than we think. Rickon knows that we're not from here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is he divine?
Not that we know of. Kurt, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when I
was
asked what is
old.
magical
Wait,
on him,
this-
I assume he was
Yeah,
not
he is-
magical.
Blessed.
He's dragon blessed. I remember this.
Right, like I remember we heard that rumor, but when I asked what was magical on him, he listed items and not him himself. Okay.
He doesn't
I
die.
will say there's an important line. This is obviously a little bit meta knowledge, but
Yeah.
it's to like slightly correct an answer. There's a specific line in Detect Magic, and it is an object you can see.
Right.
Oh.
And I can't see his soul, so then I can't see whatever magic.
Along those lines, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
Oh.
It's like how you can't see an invisible creature despite the invisibility spell being active. You can't see the magic because you can't see the creature.
That makes sense. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm writing that down.
It's just like a little clarification thing that
Yeah.
probably makes a lot of answers make more sense now.
That helps a lot, yes. Rickon, we're not sure if you noticed his behavior in the hallway when we passed him by, but,
Kind of did.
right. We...
I didn't. He's kind of a jerk.
Yeah,
We
I didn't
may
really
have-
notice either, but go on.
We may have reached out to him just to see because it seemed a bit more odd than we expected. Rickon knows, well, what Rickon said to us was, don't mess up this time. So he knows
we're in
something. He knows.
So either the past selves messed up, or he knows of our getting shunted over here, which
Right.
I don't think is a mess up. That's my fault. We got ambushed. I mean, come on.
With our thought is that
Group failing, I guess.
he knows whatever we did that caused us to jump here. We shouldn't do it again if we want to succeed in some long-term goal. But he knows at least that much.
I mean, do we consider him a threat?
No.
We think he's a very important ally.
I mean,
Actually.
I've blurred those lines just because, you know, again, every step of the line, CM seems to be doing the same thing we're doing. And I don't know if it's a enemy of my enemy is my friend situation, or if he's just over dramatic and we're overthinking it kind of a thing, or my head hurts, I'm going to go sit over here.
I believe it's enemy of
Could be
enemy.
either. It's hard to tell when speaking to him directly, even when trying to assess his
Tell me about it.
everything.
To be fair, I'd simply
You'd know more
antagonize
than
him if I
we
was
would.
speaking directly to him.
But
I'm just fiddling with the ukulele now.
what song are you playing?
Your longer nails are. You're holding it opposite of how you usually do.
Ooh, lefty.
Yeah, because
Goofy, if you will.
and the fingers or the nails are like plucking against the string, doing a very, very old song.
Is it the one that Reefus has been practicing with CM, or is it something else that I would recognize?
One with CM.
Okay.
I feel like Jacob is grabbing his guitar.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what
definitely going.
I
Yeah.
figured that would, yeah.
I fucking knew it.
There it is.
I just want to say, Jacob,
Wait.
I want to say,
there
Jacob,
he
I
goes.
called it.
I mean,
So,
I think he's being rightfully dramatic, personally.
I feel like he could have done away with some of the theatrics, but, you know, we agree to disagree.
When in a bet with gods, it may be hard to be straightforward to others.
You think they put some sort of constraint on his speech? Knowledge?
Based off of phrasing, it's highly possible.
Okay.
At this point, I will go into sort of a more repetitive riff. And, very, like, half-assedly, like, the effort's still there, but just reaching into my mind, being like, do they have something to where you can't talk to us like you want to? If you don't want to answer, I won't waste your time.
Quite honestly, I'm a bit offended it took you so long to ask.
Yeah, well, I'm new to, like, literally everything, so.
That's part of your charm.
Ooh, I feel condescended as hell about that.
Now just remember, Reefus, with your friends discussing whether or not I'm an ally or not, and your quite a negative view of me, I've
know it
done
was negative.
nothing but help you.
Right, but did you do that for me or for you?
At this point, isn't it one and the same?
I think that's what I'm trying to figure out. I will cast a spell in my own brain because nothing bad ever happens when that happens.
Certainly not a feedback loop of some sort.
No, not at all. And of course, I renamed all of my spells 3 months ago because I thought I was clever, and now I can't remember what any of them do.
Oh no.
Gotta have the parentheses.
dang.
Branding.
Oh.
Bloody hell. I got it right here. Okay, there it is.
I could rename Silvery Barbs. It was
Silvery
Silvery Barbs.
Which is different spelling.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess it's just more of a whatever kind of minor illusion cantrip it would be, or just sort of a whatever the magical equivalent of shutting the door on him while he's talking kind of a thing. Of just sort of like, yeah, I get it. Let's not do this dance again.
It's like nega message.
Not like super aggressively, but just in the sort of sense of just like, I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. Like, you're wasting both of our time.
Reefus, help me help you, and remember that I am the reason you and your friends are here. You all should have died.
I
And
don't
he's
know
going
what I
to
roll to
just
believe that.
Put a finger on your forehead and just push you down until you're just out of your own mind.
What do I see with detect magic?
You see Reefus cast basically minor illusion.
With
You
no
see
minor
you
illusions
see
to be
illusion.
seen.
With no minor illusions to be seen.
Oh, so you think?
Okay, so I guess inside my brain, it's more of a. Let's see if I can
And,
even get that out. Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, Jacob, but on top of that, you're also going to take 5 psychic damage as you were forced out of your own head.
Good thing we have temp HP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much for not hurting.
I guess in a sort of whatever. I mean, hell, it might be mind sliver mechanically, but it's just sort of like a. The only resistance I can think to put up is they would have liked me anyway. You don't make me likable.
Wait,
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, are you saying this?
No, that's all mental. I guess all you guys can see is me playing ukulele and maybe like a couple of somatic components for a certain spell that I don't know.
And you just get the lingering reminder of a conversation past where that's part of the reason he chose you. Part of the reason he was stuck with you. As those words echo in your mind, a pause before you realize that people are staring at you, Reefus.
And again, just thinking to myself, but kind of like forgetting to hang up the phone to see him metaphorically. Stack with me. That's all.
What did you say?
Stuck with me.
Stuck with me. Okay.
Who's what?
I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, okay.
I thought it to myself, but I kind of forgot to sever the CM connection beforehand, or didn't care to.
Can I roll inside?
Reefus, you okay? Do you need to sleep? A nap?
I need to sleep a nap.
We can always get the room again before we head out to the desert tomorrow.
23?
It's an expensive
23.
room.
I can foot the bill.
Really tired. Like the whatever that possession thing was clearly took a lot out of me, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of it.
Tell you what, I mean, it's still somewhat day out. It's the afternoon. You guys can get the information. I might just rest.
We can take you back to the inn. We don't mind
Yeah.
staying in and reading.
I'll book the
mean,
room
what
again, and we can simply read and relax.
I mean, if you guys just, you can. I mean, I'm not much help with information gathering anyway. Like, it's just not my forte. If you need somebody charmed, absolutely. But I can just rest. It's fine. I don't think I'll burn a building down.
Just vaguely listen in like you did last time, because again, a fresh set of eyes is always useful. Because people get stuck in their own ways when they simply just do what they think is right.
Yeah,
And nothing else.
I think is right.
Let's go back to the guild and get a room.
Okay.
Not that I know this
Yeah.
without a character. Is the abjuration magic still on there that prevents you from taking it out, or was that on different books?
So that was on technically every book.
Mm-hmm.
Aeseora, you would be able
New
to
library
see that
card.
it is with the metaphorical unlocking and the literal unlocking.
It freed it from that?
Yep.
Okay. It's
Good
coming
use.
with me. It's going right in the... It's coming with me.
So the library alarm doesn't go off if we try and leave with it.
You didn't check that book out.
Bring back your library books, guys.
I don't want to pay for a library card, except usually they're free.
Anyways,
Yeah,
so we're going back to the guild?
Let's go.
Or
Yep.
rather,
Yes, rather the hotel, because I'm trying to remember how much was that room again?
It's like 23 gold in it.
Was it 20 gold?
Something like
more than that.
It was like 25, I think.
25?
That sounds right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said 23. That wasn't that off.
You're so wrong, Francesca.
Yes.
No.
No, call it a reward for a job well done from all of us. Yeah, I'll foot the bill tonight, and we'll leave tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
that
sure.
sounds like a good plan.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Good, good. We should
What do
spend a
you
lot
want
of...
to do?
Hmm?
Reefus.
Huh?
What
Huh?
do you want to do?
I don't know. I just whatever you guys decide is best. It's still. I know it's been a few months, but it's still sort of everything's new to me, and I don't know where to go. And
That's okay.
yeah,
That happens when you travel, when you're away from home. Everything can be new and different and surprising and scary, and that's okay.
yeah,
Better
yeah.
that way.
I mean, I'll just follow your lead until we start going to the desert. I guess I don't have anything else to accomplish.
We know you want to go home, and we'll make that happen.
Not without helping you guys finish.
But you'll get back. You will. And if you need to talk to your family, we specifically can help. We only have 25 words per spell, but we can make it happen. Okay?
I don't even know if it's my family here.
We're
I'm
not
aiming to
really,
find out with my letter.
we're
the
not really
sentiment's
sure
Appreciate it.
when we reach out if it's in this universe or the other one. But
Right.
either way, if you want to talk to them, you can.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not yet, but I appreciate that. As long as, I mean, the fact that I'm able to talk to them means they're okay. So maybe give me a little bit of sleep or a couple days or something.
Of course. And like we said when we did reach out, your mother still loves you.
Always.
Always. You can remember that.
It'll be the last thing to ever go.
It won't go.
It won't go.
Let's go
That's
get
it.
some rest.
No real acknowledgement, just following you.
gonna say we can probably someone can offer a piggyback. Someone with more strength. Maltor.
No,
Oh no.
no one has more strength.
Like, I'm at a 7, but I'll offer regardless.
I mean, I can offer. I mean, if you want, I think I can swing it.
You can do whatever. You'll get no resistance. Whoever decides to.
The
Do
mage
anything.
hand will also help.
With
Sure,
all 5
yep,
pounds.
All 5 pounds of force. But yes, we should head back to the room, and then maybe next time
All right, so
delve
you-
into the book deeper, and then travel.
Wonderful. So you've headed back to you purchased another night. Subtract the 25 gold, silver.
Already done.
And as you open the extravagant doorway, you step in, and all that you see is a red aura across the ceiling. A man sitting at a desk, scribbling. And with the knowledge that we'll see you all next time.
Oh, fuck.
Have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone.
Have a
It's like
merry holidays, everyone.
Merry
Curse you
holidays.
for
Be
leading
safe.
us on such a thing.
Please be safe.
Please
Be safe.
Yeah.
And get a
It's
library
like we
card.
did, but at
If you're in
home.
the
Yes, get a
Midwest-
library card.
Safe?
If you're in
And
the
get a
Midwest
library
like
card.
me, be very safe. Drive safe.
Please stay warm,
home if
guys.
you
Yeah.
stay
Go
home
to
if you
Kurt's
have.
house. Everybody just go to Kurt's house.
Yeah.
No, travel
Party
is
at
not
Kurt's
advised.
house.
Don't go there. Go somewhere warm.
Travel is
You can come
not
to my house. We got beds
I don't
everywhere.
think it's even warm
Party
enough.
at wait, who had the warmest temperature?
Barely
And
me.
house.
Yeah, party in Philly,
Philadelphia
y'all.
and Buffalo.
Oh,
Go
there you go.
Bills.
It's
Go
gonna be
Blue.
raining for like a day and a half. You know, here either. It's gonna suck.
I mean,
gonna
we
freeze
technically
every
got at least
night.
like 2 more open beds, 3 including the basement. So y'all
Yeah,
come hang
even
out. It's
Florida's
cool.
part of the cold snap. They got some sort of like below freezing temperature.
Florida has its own set of rules. We don't
Wow.
know.
I know.
I was there
Anyways.
last weekend and it was like 80.
Anyways.
Yes,
Well,
anyways.
let's go.
Good night.
Stay
Next
safe.
time.
Get a library card.
From your
I
local
get away
weather
from the main
station.
story and they just pull me back in.